Let's see. Are we live now?
I'm not seeing it. Wait.
What do you mean, wait? That's a good sign.
Hey.
Are we
I
live?
think we might be live now.
You sure?
Are we?
Oh my God. I'm seeing it on my phone here.
All right, I'm trying to pull it up.
Oh, we are live.
Oh my God.
What?
I am. What happened?
No intro music today.
Man,
No intro.
That was rough.
Oh, but here, you know what? Well, since we have no intro music, I'll run this in the background. You guys can't hear it.
I gotta let everyone know that we are in fact back.
Man, that was
Hopefully.
rough.
Hopefully.
That was rough.
Yes, Erica. Hello. How are you, Erica? This fine evening.
Hey.
Man, Trail.
Yeah. What happened? I think the Matrix. What do they
Hey,
call that?
Erica and Dan. Whew, man, that was bad. Trying to get in here. Very hard time getting in here.
Ah, it's on. Ghost
Hey,
emojis. Yes.
Michael.
Oh,
Hi.
Mr. Michael Bell comes in with the well.
How
And you know what? Here we
about
go.
that
We're gonna go
U.S.
ahead and-
internet?
How about that? Boom. Slammed a Bugfoot crew down on you fellers and ladies.
Yeah, Tyler.
Hey, Tyler. How are you? How are you?
Atkinson.
Thank you. I was.
Erica.
I got distracted.
Dentrail. Michael. Tyler.
It's got to be Lee. It has to be Lee. Well, what Brian decided. What
Hey, pick
Brian
up sticks.
decided was he said we have to stay on brand and say it's paranormal. So yeah, it's a demon who's doing it.
Yeah.
We upset a demon.
Totally.
Pick up sticks.
That was a struggle.
That was-
Do you have any idea what it's like to be talking, like doing a regular intro, and then realize when somebody else tells you, "Hey, it's not up yet"?
Well, I kept pulling. I couldn't get in. Then I was
Give
pulling it
that
up
like
on my
button a
phone.
good old kick it right in the beanbag. There you go.
I was trying to ask you how they were doing today, this week, what's going on.
Rican said it's Hurricane Lee.
Hurricane
Yeah.
So
Glad for
it
sure.
looks like
Yes, it
Erica,
is true.
Erica, and Rican both have the. Oh, it's Jason from the Memphis Seekers of Paranormal. Heck yeah!
Hey, Jason,
What's going on, feller?
Hey, what's up?
get your money back from your internet ISP. Yeah, we're gonna have to have a heart-to-heart.
Yeah, with a baseball bat.
And it's because they started raising the prices again.
Yeah, raising the prices.
Yep.
Hey, Rican.
Slowing the internet speed, raising the price.
So, how
Hey,
has
Rican.
everyone been?
There you go. You got it
Has
out.
everyone been dandy? Oh, Deb came in. Yay! Yeah, we've been having an issue there, Deb. Our internet was
done.
like, nah, dog. Nah.
Not happening.
I can't believe we're back. I like how Brian is Mr. I'm not with it. He just said TikTok. We're back.
Yeah, he's got to load up the new video.
Yeah, I'm a little delayed though. Just a little FYI here, y'all.
You're delayed.
Wait, what?
It's bad. Real bad. Yeah, we're keeping an eye on that Hurricane Lee, actually, Rican. Some are saying it's coming our way. Some are saying it's going more north.
Hey, Kasara.
You know what? Oh, hey, Kasara. Hey.
Thank you, sir.
You can come in here in a hot minute.
How are things?
That's right, Michael. Better late than never.
How art thou? Hit him with the old OE on him. That's old English for all you not nerds.
Erica didn't recognize Rican.
Yeah, Rican keeps changing her profile picture. I don't even recognize her.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Well, who's
I
this
couldn't
person?
recognize you either. You get a haircut?
What's the deal?
Brian, there he is.
Oh, Brian shows up.
Brian?
Apparently, Deb, I don't pay attention anymore because, you know, me worrying about a hurricane ain't gonna stop it from happening. So
Well, you
I
can do
just
it
deal
prep.
with what happens.
I don't really worry about them that much unless they're going to be like a 5. Then I
You're
think
scared
I'd
of
worry.
a 5. Ain't nothing scary about a 5.
Scared, but
Erica, I groomed. Good to know.
not saying a word.
Well, I'm super stoked that. Oh, profiles. Yeah. Memphis Seekers of the Paranormal. I was going to actually message you guys, but life happened and I got busy. So, yeah. Bugfoot's biggest fan, Correctamundo Erica. Brian. Bugfoot at heart will not admit to it yet.
Never will.
Trust me, you'll be taken over by the spirit of the Bugfoot.
I don't think you will. I think you're going to have a hard time persuading.
Brian? Nah. He'll be taken over, don't worry. Yeah, it just takes time to, well, especially, he's a hard nut to crack, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool, I'm glad we're not bailing on Joe. See, everyone's still saying their highs. This is what I was trying to give Joe a 30-minute break here to let you guys do what you got to do. Cross the line paranormal. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
He said never.
Come on, Brian.
Never.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
You gotta embrace it.
The nervousness
Never-
or the bugfootness? Bugfootness.
Bugfootness?
Yeah, bugfootness. He said you have to embrace it. I said, the nervousness or the bugfootness?
No F-bombs this time, I promise.
So,
Did you do an F-bomb in your video or something and I called you out for it?
so chat, is this music in the background too loud or no? Is it good?
Oh, is there actually music in the background?
Well, you can't hear it.
Yeah, I got some lo-fi Halloween beats in the back.
Well, that's
Can hear
not
it.
fair. I want to hear it.
I can't let you hear it.
Well, that's not fair.
You gotta watch the stream.
Ah!
Once he sets his eyes on me in my chapless Bugfoot onesie, he's going to be for sure going to be a Bugfoot fan. Yikes. Yikes.
Music sounds good.
Yikes.
Oh, good. Music that I cannot hear.
Yeah, it's some
I don't know if
real
there's, like-
low tone, real low in the background, kind of.
I don't know if there's going to be if it's going to be like a banger or something playing while I'm sitting here chatting. It won't shut up over a banger. I feel bad.
Oh, we're gonna be talking over all these bangers. It's cool.
Bangers. Oh, I'll probably throw up from the dankness. Yeah. Hey,
that's a good
in
thing.
all
I
fairness,
guess.
I did just jump in the shower before I came on here, just to rinse off today's dankness. And trust, I was dank. Oh, Joe!
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Joe's like, what's going on, guys? What's going on? You want to send him you want to send him the invite so we can get him in here and chit chatty?
Yep. I'm gonna hide the screen real quick.
Hide the screen so nobody can see what you're doing.
While I'm doing this, y'all can talk about the what would you do on the intro that I didn't let anybody see.
I was gonna say I didn't see what was it. How can we share this?
I'm sorry.
Oh, he's gonna post it.
Oh yeah, he's gonna put it up so he can be sneaky in the background. I gotta change the thumbnail on the live stream, so pardon me. My concern is that I don't know how to. So what are we doing with what is it? Wake up to a creepy clown in your room or wake up to a talking doll in your room? That janky Bugfoot outfit, sir. Them is fighting words. That
Hey,
Bugfoot costume.
Good evening, Kindred Paranormal.
Oh, what's up, Kindred Paranormal? You've never been in here. How are you? Heck yeah.
So
Ricken! No,
I'm very delayed. I don't know what she said.
Kindred. No, she didn't say anything.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I thought you were
You
like,
would like
Ricken.
to wake up with both? Yeah, I mean, I don't know about a clown, because I mean, regardless of what you think about clowns, it's still a dude in your room while you're sleeping. I'd be a little upset that there's some random dude in my room.
I guess I'd rather have a talking doll. Just me. Oh, Michael Bell.
Why is nothing working tonight?
What do you do? Oh,
What's wrong? What did you do? You just got your power back on today since the hurricane?
ugh.
Wow, dude. Yeah. It was weak sauce over here.
Yeah.
Oh, Erica's about to start fighting. Yeah, that is a long time not to have your power there, guy.
Yeah, that's
How long?
not.
That was about a week. It was about a week. Yeah, that's pretty common, but it's terrible.
Yeah, by day 5, I'm totally.
By day 3, by day 4, I'm good for 3 days.
Hey, Lola.
What up, Lola? By day 3, I mean, I'm good. Day 3, day 4, I'm miserable. Oh. before our internet goes again. Yeah, hit that like button. 7 long days. Yeah, it's rough.
Tell him, Ricken. Oh, yeah. Oof.
Line broke. Replace meter box. Had to get permits and inspector. Oh my lord.
Oh, I know that's a huge pain.
I'm down to fight, Brian. Okay, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, nothing just
Hey, you're
happened.
back. What are you guys talking about? Oh my god, the froze. Who wrote that?
Hey, check your messages real quick.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm on the struggle bus, like big time.
Oh, it's better than the struggle cuddles.
I stored it.
You stored it, and
I-
then I lost it.
I stored it, and in the confusion of everything,
I know, Ricken. It's bad.
You know how to take a reservation. You just don't know how to keep a reservation.
okay, we're back. We back.
We are. We're back in business.
Man. Yeah, this whole internet thing is kind of rough.
Yeah, that's bad.
We're
Real
not even
bad.
watching UK. No, Rican. I know.
I know. That's bad. I mean, that's very bad.
Nearly as funny as time stamping the mouse.
Yep.
Okay, that was funny.
Yeah, we do that from time to time.
But it
Watch a
was
video,
like-
timestamp a mouse.
But it was like,
Yeah, I got an issue with noticing things that people don't. Whoa!
Hey, Joe.
Joe's in here.
What's going on?
What's up, guys?
What's going
how's it
on?
going?
Yeah, but look at that
How we
microphone.
doing?
My goodness.
I got crappy laptop.
That's that
microphone.
Shure MB7 or what, right? What, right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
That's it.
this thing's awesome. I just got it actually recently for my pocket. Yeah, actually, this is the X7, something like that.
Big boy microphone.
My microphone I bought from a garage sale down the road from my house that I happened to be passing by. Got it for $50.
Mine's built into my laptop. How crappy is that?
I got
That's
some
what
USB.
That's what I started too. I mean, I started with my laptop, and then I got some Blue Yeti, and it was freaking awful. it sucked. You had to be like right up on it to talk. This thing I could actually put back. It's great. So I could see my computer, see people instead of like, being like jumping around and shit.
Yeah. I can't see yours, Eddie. Where's yours?
Oh, mine's discreetly hidden out of shot.
I know where Richard's. I can see his. Like I said, mine's built in into my laptop. So.
I have a good microphone just like him, but his is way better than mine.
Well, no, this is it's not the SMB7. It's the like little brother of the what is it? The X7 or something like that. It's like the one right under it. So I didn't. Yeah, it still sounds freaking great. I mean, for the price too.
Yeah,
it does sound good.
Yeah.
It definitely does. Let's see.
Oh, Kindred Paranormal just said, my buddy Joe, one of the coolest dudes I know.
Yeah, what's up, Steve? And I saw Debbie in there also.
Yeah,
people I know. So, so it's really cool to see some people. Thanks for coming out. What's up, guys? I miss you guys, Debbie and Steve. Hopefully, see you guys soon.
Oh, speaking of which, who by a show of hands, who all's going to the like Gilcrest little party thing they have in November?
Oh yeah, I will be there. At least that's the plan for right now.
Yeah, what is that, a grand reopening or something? Is that what they're doing?
So last year they did it was a like Para-Unity Fest. They had a bunch of teams come out and hang out and get together. That's where I met Steve with Kindred. That's where I met Debbie and her team. And we got to, we were up there pretty much presenting and talking to people, sharing our stories. But we all got to get together at the Gilcrest jail and investigate. And we had such a good time. It's awesome when, you see people online for so long. And then finally, like, you're face to face, and it's like, like if you've been buddies like all this time. So it's like, come on, let's hit it. Let's go do some EVPs over here. Let's go, let's do. Well, we're gonna tie you up and do sensory deprivation. Hell yeah, let's do it. So we had a blast. We had a blast, and then with Steve. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
I was saying with Steve. I mean, we've been up there a few times with Steve and his daughter Reese. Just great people, man. Great people. And, I love it up there. I love the Gilcrest. I'm in South Florida. I'm in Palm Beach County. And, we have a lot of cool places, but I don't know. There's something about, going up north and definitely, even still in Florida, there's so much more stuff up that way, up your guys' way than what I got down here.
Really? Where?
I gotta say, Eddie and Richard have y'all's opinions on that.
We're having an issue getting places to go.
Well, I just saw you guys put something up about Brooksville. You guys are going. You did the Brooksville
train depot,
train station, right? How was
that? Okay, for one, the building is tiny. It's literally like a large trailer almost with a boxcar next to it. That boxcar is insane.
All right.
I mean, whatever you believe, but let's just say two went off a lot.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I like it. It was pretty good. It was hot.
Very hot.
Yeah.
That's my big takeaway from the train station. It was really hot.
Well,
it seems to be the problem down here.
Yeah, it's been very hot this summer to be
It's
start.
gross. It is gross out there.
It's been bad for sure.
So we went we had a because our team, I'm with War Party Paranormal, for those of you that don't know, down in here in South Florida. We hold public events, all over the place down here in South Florida, and we were at the Old Navy Schoolhouse 2 weeks ago, and we're up of this house, the Veely House, and my God, by the time I was up there for 10 minutes just setting up, and my shirt was just freaking drenched. It was so good. I could have won a wet t-shirt contest that night. Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Now, what was the last one? Because I was like starting from most recent, the last one that you guys did post.
The Devil's Tree.
Joe posted the Devil's Tree?
Oh, Joe.
Yeah. I know what you guys, I know what y'all did.
Where on live or
on
online?
YouTube? On YouTube.
On
actually.
YouTube.
Yeah.
God, it might have been. What did we do the last time? I know we've done like Aerojet, rocket facility out in the Everglades.
Okay.
The Devil Tree. We've done the Devil Tree. I think we've made like 4 videos on the Devil Tree.
Yeah, I watched the Devil. It's all when you guys did the Devil Tree.
Yeah, and what's really cool with the Devil Tree is we were able to get in contact with this guy named Keith Rommel. He's an author and historian.
Mm-hmm.
He's written a few books on the Gerard Schaefer and the actual legend behind the Devil Tree, and the guy is a freaking brain. And he took us out there. He came out there with us one night, and he was showing us areas. He was showing us where the bodies were discovered. We were up and down that whole place, and that park at night is creepy as shit. I mean, it
looked like it was.
It's a little, it's a park. It's a community park in the middle of a neighborhood. Like, it's really unassuming. But man, once you're out there and it's dark and it's just like nothing, it's still like, it's weird because it's like you'll walk in the parking lot. There'll be a breeze. There'll be, birds. You'll hear this. As soon as you start walking into the woods, it is dead quiet. And you're just like, what the hell? What is going on here?
Everything's being quiet for a reason. Why?
Oh yeah. It's creepy as all hell out there. I love it. It scares me sometimes, and I love it. And I don't care what anybody says. Sometimes, as a paranormal investigator, I still get freaking scared. I'm not full of shit. I will tell you.
Yeah.
Deb, that boxcar may or may not have been super active.
Yeah, may or may not have been, Deb. I don't know. What did she say?
I don't know. My chat box is very slow.
She just brought up how the boxcar is super active.
Maybe. Yeah. You've never been to the train depot?
Not the Brooksville one. I actually did the Trenton one that's literally 50 yards from the Gilchrist jail. And that place is surprisingly active. And the first time when we went up there was that paranormal event. That was what they were using as the store all the food and store all the sodas and all that stuff for all the guests. And they were like, you guys could stay there overnight. So we're like, all right, sweet. No, we don't have to pay a hotel room. I think we had to go to Chiefland or something for the nearest hotel room, or Gainesville. So we're like, all right, cool. We'll stay there. And we finished investigating the jail, and then just walked right over and blew up some air mattress and went to sleep. The problem is that they never cleaned it after this event, and it's a Halloween event. There's kids coming in and out. There's crap everywhere. There's candy. And I wake up the next morning to a knock on the door. It's Lee, which is the owner of the Gilchrist jail. And I'm half asleep. He's like, good morning, guys. It was like 7:00 in the morning. I don't know what Sunday. This guy was like, up and at it. And I didn't notice, but I had like a huge like peppermint. And I didn't know. So I'm talking to this guy. This is the first time I've ever like met Lee and his wife, but the day before. And I turn around and my buddies Jenny and Armando, who were with me, they're like, yo, look at your shirt. You have a gift. And I was like, dude. And I grabbed it, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought twice about just putting it back in my mouth to screw around, but yeah, I was taking it too far. That was a little bit too far.
Yeah, I'm just saving that for later.
Yeah. Put it in my pocket and to keep it moving. But I'll tell you what, that little train depot has some activity going on, and it's weird, and I say it knowing that everyone is going to think that I'm full of crap. But I went to the bathroom during the event, and I go and I do what I got to do. I go to wash my hands, and as I'm reaching to turn on the faucet, the soap, like the bottle of soap, lifts off of the sink, and it's like if it went straight up, flipped, and then fell on the floor, but backwards. It was like the weirdest thing, and I was nowhere near it, and I freaked out, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Sorry, I don't know if I apologize.
F words are fine.
Okay, perfect.
Drop them all you want.
Beautiful. All right. Sometimes that's something I try to watch myself with sometimes, but that thing flipped off the counter and freaked me the hell out, and I ran out. I was like, we're gonna sleep in this thing tonight. Like they're gonna flip our mattresses tonight. We're gonna have all sorts of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Just a mint, just like a gift.
Kindred was there.
Yeah, they were there. They didn't stay over that night. But yeah, dude. They were there the next morning. They came out early too, because we got all together the next morning. I'm telling you, it's a great time. If you guys have a chance to go, you guys should definitely go. It's a bunch of great people, get to meet and investigate together, and it's a blast.
Yeah, we're when he does that reopening party thing, we're definitely going. And he said that's going to be the time that he starts taking reservations.
Right.
And we're going to slip him a hundo and say we're at the top of the list. I've been wanting to investigate that place since we went the last time.
Yeah, it's an awesome little place. They're doing like really great work. And I've become very close with Lee, and we talk all the time, and he is desperately trying to get this thing open to be able to share it with everybody. But he wants to make this a historic landmark, as it should be, because that's a big problem down here. Is we're not getting more of these landmarks. We're losing a lot of them. The process to get it recognized, it's a big undertaking, and the restoration effort. I mean, from the first time that I ever walked into that place to how it looks now, it's done he's done tremendous work. I commend him a lot, and honestly, on his behalf, I cannot wait for him to be able to share that place with everybody, because it's an awesome little place. It's active, and it's small. I tell people all the time, they're like, have you gone to Waverly and done all this stuff and these big places? They're cool, but I prefer the small, intimate places that shit is going off the handles at every turn.
Yeah, I'm a fat guy. I don't want to have to walk everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, shit, look at me. And especially with gear, that's the problem. With a place like Aerojet rocket facility, it is 3 miles into the Everglades. Wow. The only way to get there, it's basically a big road. It's ran by water management, and you have to go either on bicycles or scooters or walk the thing to get out there. So the first time that I went out there, I overpacked because I'm a paranormal investigator, and what do? We bring everything that we have to go out for a couple hours. And it was myself and my buddy Mike Del Coro, my teammate, and so it's both of us, each of us on a bicycle, going out there 3 miles. Must have 30 pounds on our back, with between cameras and all sorts of gear. We get to the facility and it's huge. And we went when it was like that borderline time between it's cool enough and it's still too hot. It was like that little sweet spot. So we get out there and we're like, all right, this is perfect. But we're in jeans, we're in boots, because we don't know. This place has been abandoned since the 60s. We don't know what we're going to walk into, and there's been a lot of pythons and all sorts of stuff out there. And we end up riding our bikes through the entire facility. It's about 15 buildings. We start checking everything out, and then we didn't start investigating until about 10 o'clock. And we were out the door at 10:25 because we were freaking exhausted at that point. We got there at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We were out there. We got there on purpose. We were like, we're gonna hit this entire thing. We didn't even investigate for like 20 minutes tops. But man, it's still such a cool place. I mean, we've been back since, and it's like gotten right to business. But dude, it's an awesome place. If you're ever down south, like, let me know. I mean, we'll go out there. That place is the real deal.
I'll pack a bike.
Yeah. So Mike and I also, because we're fat guys, we got some electric scooters. And we started shopping for what are fat guy friendly scooters that are going to get us out there and go. So we go out there with a bunch of us, and it was Mike and myself on scooters. But Mike had gotten there early. He wanted to go and shoot footage with his drone. So basically it's 3 miles to the facility, but then it's another 3 miles down to where they actually used to shoot the rockets, because they would test the rockets out there. It was Aerojet was testing rockets for NASA. Before they went into a liquid fuel, they were testing solid state fuel. So they would test these rockets and shoot up, and all the crap and debris would fall all over Homestead, Florida, and ruin everybody's yards and cars and all that. But they actually still have a rocket in the ground that they took out the core, but the actual like shaft, like the actual body of it is still in the ground. And they put these huge pylons blocking it so people can't climb down there anymore. So Mike goes out there early, shoots out 3 miles, shoots his drone, comes back to the parking lot, 3 miles. We go back to Aerojet, 3 miles. These things only have about 11 miles on them for a battery. So we finished, we're investigated at this time. We investigated I think 2 or 3 buildings. We were out there for 4 or 5 hours. We were dead. It was hot. We were ready to go. We're leaving, and as we're pulling out of the facility, heading back to the parking lot, Mike's scooter just dies. And everybody else was on bikes except for me and Mike. I was still good, but I wasn't going to leave my boy hanging out there like that. So everybody on bikes took off, and they're like, see you later. And, an hour later, Mike and I get to the freaking car, walking 3 miles with all of our crap all over again, pushing these damn scooters. We spent, I don't know how much. I think my wife's listening, so I don't know how much I spent on these damn scooters. Exactly. So yeah, it was like we did it. We got the scooter, we did the shit. It turned out crappy, but now we know. And then we ended up taking it to Savannah. We ended up taking the scooters when we went to Savannah, and that was awesome. We were all up and down Savannah on those things, investigating all night, from one end of town to the other. It was awesome. That was really cool.
That does sound great.
That would be fun.
So pedal bikes it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Going full pedal bike on that one. Yeah, man. Seriously though, I mean, I'm down. I'm down to do anything right now, actually.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, I'm having a little bit of withdrawals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's been a minute since we went out.
Well,
and it was a minute before the last time we went out too. So
sometimes it's hard to get people to respond back.
Yeah, have you
though.
guys had that problem where you call places and they won't call back?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. It's
Okay.
not just us.
No, it's everyone, and it sucks because it's like you end up having to like hound them, and then you're like,
Mhm.
man, these people are never going to respond, and it's finally they do, and just like it's been a couple weeks, and it's like yeah, I wanted to book on this day. It's like, oh no, that day's taken.
Yeah,
You're like,
exactly.
well, was it taken 3 weeks ago when I first called? No, it was
Probably not.
Exactly.
I need to roll in. Erica said I need to roll in with an electric scooter or bike for the fight.
Oh, jeez.
And your
In case you
Bugfoot
didn't know,
costume.
In the Bugfoot cut. Well, yeah, I'm going to be fighting. You've seen Dan Trail in here. I told Dan Trail, I said, once we get to 10,000 subs, I'm going to Texas. We're going to investigate the hill, the haunted hill house,
Yeah.
or whatever they have in Texas. Ah! Why do I gotta zoom in on Tommy?
Did you
Because of
read-
Brian.
Did you read what Brian said? Okay, Brian. Brian said if you change
So you gotta zoom of Tommy amongst the two.
Tommy for the win.
Okay, so we're
That
gonna
is
do
funny.
the haunted hill house or whatever. I can't remember what it's called. Dan just said it, but we're gonna go there that day, and then the next day, him and I are gonna have a boxing match.
Oh Jesus.
So big
Now-
supporter of beating up subscribers.
Well, that's how
Brian?
you keep it.
Brian, who you
Yeah,
who
it's like
you got?
You keep them in line.
yeah.
Erica, who you got?
How many
Oh,
people?
Erica's got my back.
Oh,
Erica's got
Brian
my
did
back.
it.
There you go.
Brian.
Brian is a man of his word.
Thank
Right,
you,
Haunted
sir.
Hill
Brian.
House is amazing. That's what Dan keeps telling me. I've never actually sat down and watched a whole bunch of stuff about it, but I think it's because in my mind, 10,000 subs is so far away
Right.
that it doesn't even seem possible to even beat up. Yeah.
500.99 on Dan.
That's Brian.
And Dan just said, "I'm waiting. I'm patiently waiting, Joe." He's patiently waiting for.
He's just
I
That-
imagine him
you
just sitting there
understand.
like Chuck Norris, just waiting.
Wait a minute. What did I say? 2030? And you said I was being optimistic.
I jokingly, I was standing next to Duckworth the other day, and I threw like this joking punch down like underneath his chin, and all I hear, what'd you say?
Who, me?
Yeah, I think you jokingly said 99 cents on Dan. Something
Yeah, you
like that.
did. You did say that. think
I threw
remember
a
that.
baby just a joke punch at Duckworth. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm glad. I thought maybe we just had such a negative reputation that people just didn't want to call us back. Because
Yeah, man,
we've
It's
that-
like that. It's like that everywhere.
And with everything, I think.
Yeah.
Not just paranormal. But
I-
paranormal seems to be a little
It's a
harder.
lot worth. It's expensive, but I think it's worth it. Oh, the Haunted Hill house, yeah. That's
Yeah,
fine.
Debbie just went there not too long ago, I think. Or
And you got
No,
Sally
I-
House on your plans for this year, you said?
Why is Tommy on the screen?
that's a
Is that-
place I really want to go to. I've wanted to go to that
Sally
place
House,
for-
dude.
yeah,
That's
for a
my
long
bucket list.
time.
That's the bucket list place for me, man. I want to go.
Yeah, that place. That man, I remember being a kid and watching. God, what was it? It wasn't Unsolved Mysteries. It was I forgot. It was one of these shows like that. That then they did like a whole expose on like the family that was living there, and it was like freaking nuts, like all that. And then I listened to Astonishing Legends podcast, and they did a series on it. They went out there because Amelia Earhart is from Atchison, Kansas too, so they have this big Amelia Earhart festival as well. So they went out there, and they, these guys are not investigators, but they decided to buy a DR60 recorder anyways, just to have it in case they go ghost hunting. And some of the EVPs that they got in that place were like downright scary, and especially at the time before I started using DR60s, and my opinion of them is kind of like you know.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah. No. I'm at first I was like, yeah, I need to get one of these, and then my primary recorders are Sony ICD ST25s, but then I'll use Zoom recorders. I have a couple of Olympus.
Yeah, I got a Zoom recorder.
Yeah, I've
and I got a old tape recorder that I named Reject Modernity.
I actually got one. I have one here.
Yeah.
I have my analog also. That my buddy Gary on my team. He was like, hey, he's like, I feel that you're gonna have a lot of good luck with this thing. He just hands me this old like tape recorder, and I was like, hell yeah, dude! Like what I really want is an old like reel to reel. That's what I want. Something
that would be that's a little too complicated. Look at that.
There you go.
Reject Modernity.
I love that.
I know it's backward for that. You guys can see it the right way.
That is dope.
All right.
I came in here the other day, and this thing was on, and it was making some funny noise. And I walked around this room, and I was like, it took me at least 2-3 minutes to figure out what was going on. This thing was on, and it was like stuck, and it was making a funny like ticking and tapping noise.
That's disturbing.
Yeah.
Did you review it?
There's nothing in it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Yeah, there's nothing in it. There's no tape, and it was on, and let's see if I can duplicate it.
You know what that means, right? It means you gotta have a tape in that damn thing at all times.
Yeah, apparently.
Should.
We've
Michael?
only taken that place. We've only taken it to one place. Mace Stringer.
How did you guys do at Mace Stringer? Because we struck out.
What do you mean struck out?
I think all night we got maybe about 2 EVPs, and that was it. Nothing else. Didn't have anything coming up. No, no devices went off. All right. Let me take that back. When we first got there, with Jenny and myself, Jenny Gonzalez, she's on our team, 305 Paranormal and War Party. We have both been we're taking classes with April Doucette, psychic medium of New Jersey, and or psychic housewife, whatever it is. But we were taking classes with her for the mediumship stuff, and because we've been having some stuff going on for a while, and when we went to Mace Stringer, we asked them before to do the walkthrough. We asked them if we could do a walkthrough, and if we could do it before they tell us anything about it, have the guide with us, and they'll just to confirm or deny what we're picking up. And we picked up a bunch of stuff. She did it herself first. I waited outside, then I went in, did mine. And we were hitting on a lot of stuff. I even hit on the girl who was running who was doing the walkthrough. At one point I was like, I don't know, I was like, I'm getting something with an eye, like a female in the right eye. And she's like, what? She's like, I was like, I don't know, it's just like, it seems like kind of cloudy, this and that. So we finished the walkthrough, and then she pulls me to the side. She's like, so the eye? And I was like, yeah. She goes, that's me. She's like, I have this thing, this disease, it's getting worse. It's in my right eye, and that's exactly how I see it. Like this, and I was like, oh no shit, And this is, I'm very new at this, so it's awesome when something like that hits like that. And I was just like, I don't know, I was kind of just like hell yeah, dude, like that's awesome. Like I hit on that. I hit on the room when you first walk into the house. Once you pass the stairs, there's that room to the right that has the stairs right before the fireplace, right before the dining room. I was hitting on some stuff there. I felt like a ceremony of some sort, and that's where the people got married who lived in the house. I was also feeling a fire. I was feeling the heat on my back, and apparently there was a child or something that perished in the fire there a long time ago. So I was hitting on stuff, But after that, not a damn thing.
Nothing. he got some EVPs from there. The biggest thing I think was probably. Do you think the door might have been the biggest thing? The attic door.
Yeah, the attic door opened on its own when we were on the second floor. One guy was walking in the hallway and he was in the little girl's bedroom and I was in the room that the guy stayed at, James.
Mm-hmm.
I was in that bedroom with all the mannequins, and our guy that we brought with us, he was like, the attic door just opened. And we're like, what? He goes, you didn't hear that? So we all ran up there, and sure enough, the attic door is wide open. We had a static cam up there, and you can't see. It wasn't positioned on the door. It was at the end of the room. But it didn't show the door opening. But
you can hear it, I'm sure.
You can hear it. Yep.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We went up there. We tried to duplicate it, but it wasn't. You couldn't duplicate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was sitting there banging on it, trying to get it to open by itself, and it wouldn't.
Yeah, so that was.
I mean, I also. Good.
I was just gonna say that was probably the strongest evidence we got.
Yeah, and also heard some footsteps. The guy that we brought with us while we were doing an Estes method, he was hearing he heard it, and then you could barely hear it on my camera, but you can hear footsteps out in the hallway while we're doing the Estes method.
And that was on the second floor
in James's room. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
With all the mannequins.
Yeah.
He heard it, and then I listened back on my recording, and you can hear very faintly. You can hear footsteps walking down the hallway.
That's so cool. I love that.
And then the K2 in the beta that he was saying that they don't like when you mess with the crib.
I don't know.
Naturally.
Sorry.
Oh, what's going on, Donut? Yeah, but the guy said the spirit doesn't like when you mess with the crib, like don't rock it or anything. And of course, he is who he is.
Antagonist.
So he rocks the crib, and very much so. Was it? No. Duckworth was holding it, and you rocked it, and then the K2 started spiking really high.
Yeah,
that was cool.
That's awesome. See, I
was good.
No. I was gonna say I still get like really excited when I get like an EVP that's just like, I still,
dude, I'll blow you. So do I.
Yeah, I love it. Like it's because it's like, wow, how the hell is this shit here? Like it doesn't matter. Like I don't need a EVP that says like it's I stabbed her with a knife or bullshit. I don't need that. Like, give me shit like that, and I'm dude, and you've made my night. Like that's awesome. So that just like I said, like even just catching like the audio of that door opening like that, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
that's freaking cool as shit.
It is.
Oh yeah, that stuff excites me too. Don't worry. We all when he popped out where he was in the hallway and he was like, the door just opened, and we all just started piling out of the rooms we were in. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, you can hear it. The door just opened. Without a second thought, without another word, we all just right up the stairs just to go check it out. Because we were like, what? Yeah, that was awesome. I like Danny Stringer.
Dan.
Yeah, it's a cool house.
Yeah, I want to go back. I want to give it another chance. I think too, the people who you're investigating with and the energy that's put out is, makes a big thing. And, I love the people who were investigating with us, but they don't stop talking. And it's like you're sitting and you're like, okay, go. We have a break. Is anyone here? Oh, shit, they started talking. And you're gonna hear it like 2 floors up, and it's like I'm gonna go up to the attic by myself, and get out. And at that point, you're already a little, everybody's having a good time, so it's like you don't want to like be like that. But it's like in my mind, like I'm the first one to to have fun and mess around and screw up. But like when it's actual investigation time, it's like let's hit it. Especially
when it's EVP time.
Yes. It's funny
Don't
too because
move.
these are the same people who, when we have events, are the very first ones to tell guests, all right, guys, we're going to be doing EVPs now, so everybody needs to be quiet. Don't breathe. Don't lean because these are old wooden floors. We're going to get, and then we're in the middle and it's like, all right, we're doing an EVP session. Did you hear that? Did you? And it's just... but no, I love them. They're awesome people. Just, again, I've told my wife, I was like, I would love to just, if I had the money, to just rent some of these places by myself, totally by myself.
Dude,
I have a DVR system that I bought, tripods, I bought, all this whole thing. I would rig the entire house and I would have a field day. It'd
be great.
I would just sit and just listen. That's become like my new favorite thing to do. It's like, at first, again, like when I was first starting out, I wanted this device and I wanted that and I wanted this recorder and I wanted this. And now it's like I have all this crap and I literally just take my recorders with me and maybe my Melmeter or an EDI, and that's about it. I don't use a lot of stuff. Maybe a thermal cam if we're like, in certain places, but that's about it. And I like to just sit and just listen and watch, because we go to a couple spots that, if you are patient, you'll sit and you will watch these shadow figures just start walking across like this field. We go to this cemetery, Ortona Cemetery in Moorhaven, and dude, we literally, we'll sit back. There's cemeteries that have all the aisles and stuff, and we'll sit at the end of one with, we'll bring some lawn chairs and we'll sit there and we'll just talk and keep our eyes peeled, and you just see them. And it's the coolest shit in the world. And I haven't even hit record once. I haven't, fumbled around with anything. We're just having a conversation, looking at all this crazy shit going on in front of our face. And I used to record like everything. I used to want to film everything and this and that. And I let all my friends do that. I let my teammates. I was like, you guys film and record. I'm gonna be on your stuff anyways. That's like always been. It's always like the joke. It's like, don't worry. Every time we do our radio show, and every time I sign off, they're like, where can we find you? I was like, well, you can find me on this person's shit. You can find me on this person's shit. You can find me on this person's shit. Because I'll give you my footage. Like, here you go. Like, this is for me. Like, I do this because I love this, and I genuinely, I came out of this from fear, and now it's like just a genuine like love and fascination with this. It's and I'm sure, like all of us, so many more questions.
Speaking of your radio show, why don't you pitch it?
We have I have a podcast that's called Greetings from Florida. It is like I like to say it's a history lesson with a paranormal twist. But talk all sorts of stuff: hauntings, UFOs, cryptids, true crime. Right now I'm doing a deep dive on the town of Gibsonton, Florida, which was the carnival capital of the United States. All the carnival people, all the freak show folks from back in the day, all moved down to this area in the 30s and 40s, and it's become basically a retirement community for all of these people. So I'm talking about the first episode was more like history of the town, how it was created, all these people coming through, the different people that were coming through. I just released a new episode today. It's part 2, which is about Ward Hall. He was considered the P.T. Barnum of his time. They called him the king of the sideshow. Like, this guy did it all. He was an amazing person, and he did a lot for the community, a lot for these people. The association, they pay for all of these people to live there with their fees. So they pay like a monthly dues, and that's how these people live in the community. So it's really cool. And these people, these people get a bad rap, through all life. We've all been to carnivals, we've all been to fairs and circuses, and it's like, oh, look at that, and these are just good people, hardworking people that just couldn't get along anywhere else, and for them to be able to find somewhere to make a home all together, like it's amazing. And the stories and the disabilities and making something out of nothing, it's the American dream. So it's a cool series if anybody wants to check that out. And then in about 2 weeks I'll be coming out with the conclusion, which with all the good you also get some of the bad. So last episode is going to be on Grady Stiles, known as the Lobster Boy, and his murder.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah,
it went from making me smile to me not that rough.
yeah.
Now,
Close it with a
Ooh, Lobster Boy. Oh, he's dead.
now this was kind of didn't American Horror Stories do?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. That's what I
Yep.
thought. Yeah.
So it's funny
It was-
because it's American Horror Story. They put it in. They set it in Jupiter,
Yeah.
but yeah, Gibsonton is the real place. And then there's Lobster Boy. A lot of the characters that they used in American Horror Story were actually based off of real people. And then there was a show on the X-Files, like an episode on the X-Files about this
Wow.
place. It's been known, and it's like any other small town. It's starting to decline, and the bigger towns around it are starting to swallow it up. So that's part of the thing. I'm big into the history. Without the history, we don't have the paranormal. So
Right.
Everyone keeps getting on me about that.
Yeah, like I want to be able to have a place to share this history, especially from our state, because Florida's fucked up. Yeah. We're fucked up. We have amazing stories because of it. So it's like, let's share it. Let's share, like, a little bit of this town about this, and then and then I'm going to share like an interesting story with it, to go along with it. So it's trust me, it's I'm doing it because I love it, because the research is the tough part, and writing everything out. I write, I wrote, I don't know, like 10 pages on this thing. On this episode, I did like 12 pages the episode before. I do it because I love it, and I love research. I love history. I love these stories and these people, and I want to be able to have a platform to share it. So go check it out, www.flowweirdapod.com. It's all over my Instagram too. So yeah, if you want to find a link, you can find me at Joe Hunts Ghosts on Instagram, and I have the links there to it. Then with War Party Paranormal, we have the War Party Paranormal radio show every Monday night. That's on the KGRA digital broadcasting show. That's hosted by team leader Eric Vangelan and Mike Del Coro. And I'm on there every once in a while. They'll bring me in, and we'll have we talk about different places we've investigated, and they have different guests, and it's another cool show. And you can find that by going to www.warpartyparanormal.com. And they also do a show on Paraflix called The Haunted Files. That's Eric and Mike. I did an episode with them not too long ago. It should be coming out for this season 2. So that's going to be interesting. And that's at the Gold Coast Railroad Museum, which is one of my all-time favorite places to investigate, and one of the places that still scares the shit out of me, no matter how many times I've gone to this place.
Which place?
It's called Gold Coast Railroad Museum. It was the land where it's on used to be a naval base during the 40s. It was it housed blimps that would patrol on the coast, for the German U-boats during World War II. And it was destroyed in 1945 by a hurricane. Hurricane came in, it destroyed one of the hangars, caused a blimp to explode, and everything just exploded from there. Basically, killed a bunch of naval men and destroyed everything. And then now they have the railroad museum there, so you have enough. Also, like with the trains themselves, each train has their own personality, which is awesome. But then you have the naval base stuff, and then right next to it is the Miami Zoo. It's all on the same property, which I'm dying to be able to investigate that place, because I'm sure that place is active as shit too.
Zoo?
Yeah, it's all on the same property that was this old naval base. It was like a CIA base, like facility before they got found out during like the Cuban Missile Crisis. Yeah,
Be right back,
yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
Dude, that would be dope, sitting there doing a paranormal investigation and there's a monkey right there.
yeah, right. You turn around and there's
Awesome.
it's awesome. It's really freaking cool. Like, I love that place.
That would be
Yeah, that sounds
Very
that sounds
cool.
awesome.
very
You said it's
cool.
down by Miami?
Yeah,
Or
that's
down in Miami?
yeah, in South Miami. Yeah, it's
God, it's hot there.
it's a ways away. It sure is, and especially on those trains, because during the day they're everything's on. They have AC and all that. But when we investigate, we're like, turn it all off. No, we don't want no sound. We don't want any AC
Sure.
contaminating evidence. So it gets hot as hell
Mhm.
in these train cars, and they're like, it's also like a big guy problem, because the little hallways in between to get into, it's like you're like, oh shit, I could barely get through, and then it opens up, and you're like, oh, thank God. All right, another 20 feet to go of cramping through. So it's definitely a battle. But that place, I don't know, there's something in that mechanics room that's I don't know, I'm not sure. It's it's a dude, it's an angry dude, but he like I don't know, I've had bad experiences there doing Estes method, doing Delcos, doing sensory deprivation stuff, because it's also like I don't want to like step down, like back down from this this fucker. And every time I go back, it's like it's more and more intense, and it's like I start getting like intense headaches. I'd be fine perfectly the entire time. As soon as I walk into that thing, it's just like on my ass, like it has it out for me. And I want to know why.
Yeah, I haven't had any really negative stuff. Sadly, we invite it. Him and we invite everything. And we tell him, hey, it's cool. If you want to touch us, if you want to scratch us, you do whatever you want. I let him, but nothing. I've been touched. I've had, actually, at the train depot, when I was setting up cameras, I was setting up the IR cameras, I felt something tug on my shirt.
Hmm.
And the funny thing is, I walked in there and I was like, oh, this place is kind of creepy in here. So I'm setting up the camera. I feel the tug on the shirt. I was like, oh, that's concerning. And I started walking out. And that feeling you get when you're walking, you turn your back to something and you feel it kind of walk up on you.
Yeah.
While you're walking. That's exactly how I felt when I was walking out of that train car. I was like, woo.
Yeah. It's a rush.
I don't get the heebie-jeebies very often. Every once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you get them, it's something like that really gets your ass like,
I had someone barreling down on me. I'm trying to walk out of there.
Gilchrist, the jail. And then the train car.
That happened to me in Savannah too, at the Sorrel Weed House. Yeah, I first time I ever went there, we had gone for we were with our families, and I convinced my buddy I was like, come ghost hunting with me, and we get there and we're in the Sorrel Weed House. In the carriage house, second floor was the slave quarters, and I'm walking towards this room. And I feel like if somebody like just started stomping, running behind me, and was like just hovering over me, like looking, and I turn around, I thought it was my buddy, because my buddy's another like big dude, And I turned around and I was like, were you here? He's like, I haven't moved, man. And he was like, just literally just leaning up against the wall, 10 feet behind me. And the tour guide was like, oh yeah, that happens all the time right here. All this stuff. Like, oh, okay, cool.
Dude.
I was not expecting that.
I bet there's
Savannah, Georgia, here we come.
Yeah, I bet there's some cool places there.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's got a lot of history.
You don't even have to go into places. Like Savannah is, I love Florida. I do a freaking podcast about Florida. Savannah is my all-time favorite place in the world, and it is literally a necropolis. Like, it is built on the dead, and I tell people, like, you could spit and hit a ghost in Savannah. Every building is haunted, and if you could walk into any place and ask the people, hey, anything going on? Oh yeah, we have this, and we see this, blah blah blah, and this is shot off the show. Every single place you walk into has a story. And we were out there riding scooters like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, like just looking for spots. We had gone to Colonial Park Cemetery, like right in the middle of town, but you can't get inside that night. So we were like hanging around the perimeter area. And then Savannah's made up with I think it's like 26 squares throughout. It's like a grid system. And Calhoun Square is actually the site of a large slave burial ground. So there are thousands of enslaved people that were buried there, and you wouldn't know it. It's just a nice little park, and there's these beautiful historic houses all around you. And the EVPs that we got out there, the shadow figures on camera. I caught something on camera, and I posted it. I'm very iffy when I post like my evidence. I'm my own worst like critic, and I analyze the hell out of like everything.
Oh yeah.
So
absolutely.
I put it out there, and I told people, I was like, you call it. Is this something or is this nothing? And
that's what we do.
Yeah, it's for me. It's like screw it. I think it's this, and that, and you see 432 Abercorn, which is the story is it's supposed to be the most haunted house in Savannah, is right there on that square. So I have a camera facing the courtyard of the house, and you see a fast-moving shadow figure shoot across the courtyard, and then across the street, you see 3 lights flash that look like muzzle flash from a gun. They're 1, 2, 3, and then you see a figure drop, and it's not like it just goes straight down. It like falls. It's really weird. It's one of those that I'm like, this to me, this looks like somebody that got shot and fell over, but I put it for people. I was like, you guys tell me. I've had people message me on the side. It's like, yo, that's fucking crazy. Like that's exactly what I thought watching it the first time. And it's wild. Like Savannah's it's a cool ass place, and it's walkable too. Like you could walk from one side of town to the other in like 15 minutes. And there's just so much freaking history. It's a Revolutionary War history. The battle of the siege of Savannah was fought right in front of the Sorrel Wheat House. Like it was taken over by the British at a point during Savannah. Like it's all all of our major periods. It's been touched basically.
That's awesome. Yeah, maybe we might have to go to Savannah here after we try to knock out a few more Florida places that will actually call us back. Hey, you guys went to Dan has been telling me about this place for like 4 or 5 months. The King Cromartie House.
King Cromartie House, down in Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How easy is that place to get into?
Well, we used to do events there, and then we had an issue, and we're in the process of trying to hopefully end up getting this place back. So we're in talks with that, but it's tough because inside the King Cromartie house, they have a caretaker who lives in there, and it's small. Like it's 2 stories, but it's a really small place. So it's one of those things of like, usually like once the event's over, like it's like, you know, all right guys, get the hell out. But it's like, you know, you have the King Cromartie house, then across the street from it you have the New River Inn, which was an old hotel, because that was all railroad. That was when Fort Lauderdale was established. That was the old railroad station, and the hotel right there on the river. And then right behind it is the replica schoolhouse. They're all owned by History Fort Lauderdale. So it's like, you get one, you get them all, basically.
Oh,
yeah, it's really cool. I'll keep you guys posted when I know a little bit more on that, because we're trying to figure that out ourselves.
yeah, that would be super dank, because Dan has been jumping all over me about getting on there.
Yeah,
doing some King Cromartie.
it's awesome. It's one of the coolest pieces of evidence there was, I was there with Armando and Jenny, and we go into the kitchen, or we start making our way to the kitchen, and as we're getting to the threshold, we all hear like an audible like snap, like if somebody like was snapping at us.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And then, you know, we're doing EVPs, and then later on, I have my headphones on with my Zoom recorder. I'm lucky I did. And we hear the piano. There was like 4 or 5 notes played on the piano. And that's one of my all-time, like, holy shit, like this is insane moments in that place. But I mean, New River across the street is haunted as shit. The schoolhouse is great. You know, you wouldn't think it's a little small building, and it's active as hell too. Like all of those properties.
Oh yeah, let's say all these small buildings, man.
Yeah.
I don't care how small it is, man. Those are usually the hot spots.
Yeah. You know, and I get it. I was like, I would love to do like some of these old asylums. I've done a couple of these old asylums, and want to do some of these big prisons and hospitals and all that. But shit, give me a we do Yesteryear Village, which is where the Riddle House is. That the Riddle House, it blew up. It was on a season of Ghost Adventures, like very early on. I think it was like season 1.
Oh.
Yeah. So everyone's like, oh, the Riddle House, and like the Riddle House isn't even like the most haunted house on that property. Like there are more. When we do events there, we have like I think like 4 houses or 5 at a time that we send people into, and Riddle House is usually like the least place that we get anything. Yeah, like for me, they have the Bell South Museum, which is great because it's like you walk in, it's this old Florida home, and there's a bunch of like old switchboards inside, like old telephone books that you see. It's like Palm Beach County, the Breakers Hotel. What's the phone number? 001. Like, that was the phone number on the the switchboard. Yeah, it's insane. And then you walk into this old room, and they're like, "Oh, this is our history room," and it's all of these old telephones, and it's like you're seeing the progression from like the old crank phones.
I saw that. I think those are cool. Yeah,
it's cool as shit. And then you go, and then you're looking down the display, and then there's like it was like a Mickey Mouse phone that he was holding onto the receiver. Like I mean, I had this as a kid, and I'm like no shit, like that's awesome. And then like they have like the Zach Morris cell phones, and then the old flip
Zach
open
Morris.
Big bricks.
Yeah. Well, they have that one, and they had the one before it that had like a big, like it was like a purse,
a briefcase. Yeah.
Yeah, that you had to carry around and plug it in.
Hey, I remember those.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, if I remember it, it's awesome, man. And like down to like iPhone 1, and I mess with kids all the time when we're doing events. I was like, okay, guys, this is our fossil room. Like, look at this, and they're like, what's that? And I'm like, that's an iPhone 1. And they're like, really? I'm like, you're questioning an iPhone? Like, look at all this shit. Like,
yeah, well, that's just stuff. to them, like all the old rotary phones. This is a thing that's there.
Yeah.
That's not a phone. That's just an item.
Yeah, no, phones now are just computers. It's
The haunted. What's going on?
Hunting the haunted. Hey, what's up?
Hey, how are you? Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, that's. I like old stuff like that.
Oh, I even mentioned it in the train car. They had a bunch of old lanterns hanging up, and I was like, I like lanterns.
I do
Old
too.
school lanterns.
you?
Well, when you live in Florida and you get hit by a hurricane, you're out of for a week. You're living by a lantern.
Exactly.
That's
I-
true.
and I saw
have a
Steve in the chat earlier with that was out of power. He just got power
7
today.
days.
I couldn't freaking believe that. That's insane.
7 days.
Ugh, gosh.
I've done it too.
I have too. I mean, it's been a while, but I no.
Yeah, I can't.
You know what? Luckily
It's
for
brutal.
me,
Can't.
luckily for me, I can still ice cold showers because I take cold showers anyway. So I can still feel okay.
Yeah,
Cold showers, that's
Erica.
brutal.
it's
Erica,
I'm brutal,
but
man. I'm
you gotta
so
do it,
metal.
you gotta do it. I'm so metal.
I
Erica's
can't do
talking
it unless
about
I'm
going-
forced to.
What's that? Oh, cold showers. Yeah.
Erica's going out in the woods with a lantern. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Freaking people out thinking you're a ghost.
All I see is this light swinging.
that actually happened to us during one of our investigations at the Devil Tree. We're the tree's in the middle of this trail, and then we had found like there was these old structures that were like all torn down like in the woods like around it. So we're in there and it's kind of thick, and we're doing our thing, and out of nowhere we start hearing voices, and we're like, oh, like what's going on? And it gets louder, and you hear that's a lot of them, and it's a group of like kids, 14, 15-year-old kids. So we just get real quiet, and we're just waiting. And they're just walking up, and they get up to the tree, and they're like, yeah, this is the Devil Tree, and it's spark up that joint. Hey, yeah, this is where this happened, and
my
this,
God.
and then we don't even say anything. We just start hitting with the flashlights. We go just like, we'll click it on, click it off.
Oh, perfect.
Dude, do you know how awesome of a video that would be?
I'm sure we
didn't
have
happen to
it
us.
somewhere. I'm sure we have it on video somewhere.
You're gonna have
That
to
is-
get some
oh my
audio of
God.
that at least.
We got
What they were saying.
interrupted 3 times. Yeah, we
Yeah.
got interrupted 3 when we were there. Like people just wanting to come over and check it out. But nobody came after the sun went down.
yeah.
luckily.
No, people
You-
freak out.
Well, I think your video shows, Joe, you guys passing on a path, people
Yeah.
walking by. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
that
and,
place-
and that's how we got there early. And I'll share something with you guys after the stream about that I can't talk about here because of with our friend who we went out there with. But I'm going to share something interesting with you guys about that place.
Very good.
Nothing bad.
Patrick from the haunted side shared something with us as well when we got off stream.
Did he? Oh, yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
his
Yeah.
secret.
Yeah, his
Yep.
secret F-bombs constantly.
Throw some
that boy
F-bombs.
curses a lot. He was laying them down thick.
Nothing wrong with
But, okay,
F-bombs.
yeah. Out of all the places you've investigated or just been in Florida to do an investigation, which one did you like the best?
It's hard because we have, because we get to do events in some of these places and we get to do a lot. But I would say that one of the places that I've only been to one time, and it was freaking awesome, was the St. Augustine jail. The St. Augustine jail.
And I know you. I know why you've only been there once.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
Same thing with
that
us.
place is active as shit. That place, at least the night that we went, was insane.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we struck out, but it was very minimal.
Yeah, I've heard that from people.
I guess.
Yeah, it wasn't bad though.
Solitary room.
Yeah, when he locked himself in solitary.
Okay.
As much as they could lock me in.
Right. Yeah, so we went for we were up there. It was New Year's. It was like New Year's, like COVID had just struck, so everybody and their mother was out. This was like the first time that people were allowed out. There's still masks going on and all that, but everybody and their mother wanted to go out, and everybody in Florida decided that St. Augustine was the place that they were going to spend New Year's. So I was with Mike. Mike's fiance and my wife are best friends. Have been best friends since college. So that's actually how I met Mike. I've known his fiance longer than I've known him. So we went out on the trip. This was one of the first times that we've really even hung out. And I was like, hey, listen, I was like, do you want to go on a ghost hunt? And he's like, yeah, like, let's do it. So we went to the jail, and it was such a freaking ripoff what they were doing. I don't know if they're still doing it, but it was like, okay.
Didn't that you said ripoff? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's a ripoff. It was like $30, or it was like $35 for 45 minutes, right? Not only was it 45 minutes, they're explaining equipment and explaining it wrong for 20 minutes before. So you're really inside the place for about 20-25 minutes tops before it's time for your group to leave and then the next group to come in. So we're getting ready, we're doing our thing, and they're asking, hey, like, has anybody ever been on a paranormal investigation? I pull off my backpack and I start unloading all my gear and start setting up my camera. I do it every weekend. So we head inside, and immediately we start getting.
Thanks, Deb.
We start getting these like awesome EVPs. We start getting a bunch of stuff. We go upstairs to the warden's bedroom, and we start tracking down. We get an EVP and then we check the board, and we're like, check the board. What the hell does check the board mean? So yeah, so we asked one of the tour guides, we're like, what is, if we told you check the board, what would that mean? She's like, well, in the turret here, they have the list of everyone who was hanged here at the jail. It's on a big board. And we're like, okay, so check the board. So we go into that room. Everybody, at that point, everybody's inside with the jail cells, and we're just in this little turret like area. And I tell them, I'm like, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start reading down all these names, like everyone that passed here that was hanged. So we start going and we're reading everything, and we get towards the end, and I say Tom White, and on EVP right behind me, we get another man saying, yes, Tom White, like clear as day. So we go back to the tour guides and we're like, what does Tom White mean to you? And then she's looking at like her boss, and they're like, why? And like, well, we're, explain what's going on. And we keep going. They tell us about he was involved in a robbery in Jacksonville with two other guys. When the guy that planned it got them caught, and before he was hanged, he was like, damn it, so-and-so, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be in this mess. And then they hanged him. So we're like, okay, now we got another name. So we went into the cells, start asking about this guy, start hitting on this guy. It was like the entire, it was just like clockwork, to the point that we're like going back and forth, and these people were like, listen, you guys don't go anywhere. You guys are good. If you want, we'll close off this section. We won't let anybody else in here. Just share the evidence with us. And we ended up, what was supposed to be a 45-minute thing, ended up a 5-hour investigation. Pretty much just myself and Mike in that place. And it was,
once you're hit, man, sometimes you got to.
It's still to this day one of my favorite all-time investigations and places to investigate. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Well, I don't know about the $30, 45, but I don't know if I want to actually say how much it was to do the 2.5 hours but it was really, really solid down payment on a car
Right. Yeah,
for 2 hours.
That's why, like, they were doing this because it was COVID and they wanted to still try to get people in. So they weren't doing those 2+ hour things. They were only doing these kind of like, half-assed things. And it's like, I'm with my wife. He's with his girlfriend. We're like, all right, we'll leave the girls. We'll leave the girls at the bar. We're gonna go ghost hunt for 45 minutes, and then we'll meet up with you. And then sure say, hey guys, sorry, we have this place to ourselves the entire night. Like, we ain't going nowhere. Yeah.
Hey, Lola.
Yeah. Yeah, like if you want catch an Uber, I'll come up here, and they're like, no, we'll meet you, and then they just stayed at the bar the rest of the night, and then that was a fun time meeting up with them after all that. So it was great. It was really cool trip, really really cool place. I would love to get back into that place, but not for what they're charging. I mean,
no, it's insane.
You could get Waverly Hills for 8 hours for $1,000.
Yeah, I know it's comparable, but you only get 2.5 hours. It's insanity.
And a 45-minute tour.
Yeah, and a 45-minute tour.
Yeah,
exactly.
And the 45-minute tour. Oh, trust me, we are behind the scenes. We do our behind the scenes for Patreon, like we're us going there, and then the full tour of the history and stuff, walking around, that's for Patreon.
Right.
It was about 45-minute tour. I think Bringer was also 45 minutes.
Hey, Stringer, yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I think it was exactly 45 minutes.
That's kind of what screwed us too with May Stringer. Was I think we had it for what, it was like 4 hours, 5 hours, what they run. I forgot exactly what it was, but Jenny did her walkthrough first. That took a good 30-40 minutes to do the whole house. Then it was my turn, a good 30-40 minutes. Then we did the walkthrough with them. So it had already been about 3 hours by the time we even started investigating at this point, and then we were just like, okay, like, we're done. So like, it's like, now it's like, okay, yeah. And like our couple of our teammates they're actually docents at May Stringer. They have been for 20 years. So it's like, they're like, now next time, like, we don't have to do this, pre thing. We could just go. We're like,
yep.
You guys say the word, whenever they have a free time, because that's another place that's just booked out like a year in advance.
It took us exactly a year to get into May Stringer.
Yeah, you got to put. That night, I put myself on the waiting list, just to have it, just in case something comes up. And
that's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's probably a very good idea.
Yeah, sometimes you have to.
We'll be dead for 6 months, but then bam, 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 we'll just have a whole load of places to go.
I mean, honestly,
hard drive space.
That's it. Actually, just happened to me recently.
Did it?
Yeah, I have to get a new hard drive. I need to. I have like 2, like 5 terabyte hard drives, and they're both just full. And it's like, I also like I guess I'm like a digital hoarder and don't want to get rid of like evidence that has absolutely nothing from like footage from like 2 years ago that has nothing, but it's still there in case I want to relook at it. It's a nightmare.
The way I do it is I'll delete the last thing or the first thing I put in so I can add something else to clear, so I can actually add something else. And it's been a year since we posted that. Nobody's asked for proof of something, so
yeah, gone.
I keep the stuff just in case people are like, well, that was fishy. Oh, well, I got the full video here.
Right. Yeah, at that point it's like, keep like a 5-minute clip so you have a lot before, a lot after, and then like get rid of the rest of the stuff.
That's a pretty good idea, actually.
Yeah, that's what I've started doing. I was like, okay, I'll go through it, and it's like, okay, I made a when I was making a lot of clips for like Instagram and stuff like that, it's like, okay, this is where I got this, so I'm gonna do 5 minutes and keep that, and then everything else just gone. And it's funny, my 5 gigs went to like 2 gigs of stuff, like real quick. After sitting down and taking the time to do it.
I can't remember how many
especially with
What
these
do I got
4K
here?
videos. The 4K videos,
Oh, dude, 4K kills.
It kills. It kills. I dropped everything to 1080. I was like, this is for me anyways. I don't give a shit. Like, as long as I could see it mostly, that's good enough.
Yeah, what we do is we record in 4K, and then I export in 1080p.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's the same quality essentially.
Yeah. That's why. You gotta. I don't know. It's insane. Like, and now with I have a Samsung S21 whatever, and they're like, oh, it shoots 8K, and it's like, I will never shoot in that because the freaking file sizes of that video are going to take up half my damn phone. There's no way. Like, why would I do this? I'm not Steven Spielberg. I'm not. The most I film on my phone is like, oh, look at my dog. Here's Maggie, and that's about it. I have my fake little GoPros that I use on my investigations. I pop those out. If we have a bigger place, I'll bring the DVR system and set that out, and I slap a body cam, and I'm rocking. Because I also don't like to have stuff in my hands when I'm investigating.
I've gotten really good at doing the balance where I'll hold a K2 and a flashlight in one hand and then the camera in the other.
Yeah, then you're walking around like this, like just
correct.
look like a damn T-Rex walking around.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
especially holding the
SLS.
Oh my god.
SLS.
Yeah, the
That's
SLS
heavy.
in the camera. God, the SLS is heavy. That's why I let him play with it, not me. I ain't gonna walk around with tired arms.
I actually like the SLS.
I do too, and these guys have now the XLS too. It's like the 3D mapping one.
Hey, thanks, Tyler.
It's the Jenny and Armando picked it up. That thing's really freaking cool.
XLS.
Yes, I'll send you the information on that too. It's a cool piece of equipment. It's like the SLS does the stick figure thing, but it's a 3D map versus the 2D. So you could get a little bit more of the depth. I feel it's a better sensor because I think it's from the newer Xbox, not the OG Xbox Connect. So it's really good. It's a really good sensor, and that's another thing too with the SLS, like the old ones. It only picks up 2 figures. Like it's only made to pick up 2 people. So if you have 2 people in frame while you're filming, like, you're screwed because it's going to pick them up versus anything else on it. With this one's made that I think it gets up to 6 figures. So it doesn't matter. You could have a couple people in frame and you could still map out different things going on. And at that point, it's just a matter of you debunking whether it's the chair over there or the bush outside. And as I learned hard. Yes. Yeah. I even bought because it's like, I like to test out different things, especially when we have some of these places that we get to just go and hang out for a while. We do, like I said, we do the old Davy schoolhouse. So like one night after all the guests left, we did a laser vortex experiment with fog machine, and then I have this it's like a little fan. I put a mirror on it, and it spins and it creates this like laser vortex with the smoke and all that. And I have a couple figures that were actually, because you sit and you're just snapping photos, and I have a couple photos that are very, very interesting. Like it's almost too defined to be able to to just dismiss it outright. Like you have to really sit there. Those are other ones that I've put out there, and I'm like, you guys decide. This looks like a person to me, and then people were like, yep, that's a woman. You could see the collar on the shirt, all this. Really cool, really defined. And then we did that. I bought a LiDAR system, which I actually got to test that one at the Gilchrist jail. Tested it 2 times. The first time put it on a tripod mount, and I left it inside one of the cells, and on the computer it maps out. It's just it's a circle, but it'll map out like the room basically, and then anything that comes in contact, you'll see it like moving away from the sensor coming in. I got a couple things on that with none of us there, and then I decided I want to make this a mobile unit. So I built a rig where I have the tablet with the LiDAR system on it, where I could now physically walk around with that. And then I was like, this isn't enough. Let me add more shit and make it even more heavy.
Well, obviously.
So then I mounted a cell phone with a thermal cam also on it. So now I have thermal and LiDAR going on the same time on the same rig. And then it's like, it's cool as hell. But after 20 minutes, you're like, all right, I'm done. Because I'm done with this freaking thing. It's too heavy. It's a cool concept. It's one of those like, all right, if we're gonna just stay in this room, I'll set it up, I'll put it on the tripod, and I'll just let it film and let it do its thing. That I don't even have to worry about it. But to be walking around with it, take it to some of these locations that you got to like really get out there, or climb 4 or 5 stories to get to the investigation area. Like that's not worth it. Like it's not like I'm doing a high-end production or anything, for any of this shit.
Excuse me.
So Erica over here is asking about those photos that you took.
I should have them on my Instagram. That's on at Joe Hunts Ghosts. It's on. Yeah, it's on my Instagram. It's towards the bottom. What I'll do is I'll find them and I'll repost them as a new post, just so that if anybody wants to take a look at them, they can take a look at that. And I'll do the same thing for the one that I did in Savannah that has the shadow figure with like the muzzle flash.
Yeah.
I'll repost those.
See,
so it's,
see how smart he is. You see how smart he is? He's like, oh, okay, I'll send them to you so you can put them on the stream. He's like, no, guys, go check out my Instagram. He knows what he's doing.
It's just it's so far down that I would be here forever. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you either way. Either way, I'm gonna repost them, but I'll send them to you guys when I can find that.
Cool.
Oh, never mind. Found it. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Hey-o.
I'll send it to your Instagram.
Okay. He his Instagram is Joe Hunts Ghosts. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I just sent it to you.
Well, hold on now. Don't be. You might hide that screen now. You don't want to see all these messages I've been sending to people. Yeah. Might be some DPs in there if you know what I'm saying.
You gotta hide that. Let's suppress that one.
Yeah, we're not gonna show anyone the old dangus there. I'm just kidding. I don't show anyone my dingus.
Are you talking about your mask, or are you talking about something?
Hung like a baby.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about here.
That's perfect.
Oh boy. Hey, I've never had complaints. Okay.
That's the most important part. As long as you don't get the complaints.
Yeah.
Brian says he might have to get Instagram.
I might have to get Instagram. Oh, Brian, I'll be shooting you all kinds of stupid memes all day long. Erica followed you on Instagram, Meyer?
Yeah, I just sent them both to you.
The elephant. Oh my God, I forgot all about that. Erica.
Erica, you asked, okay? You wanted to see it.
Oh yeah, the elephant.
Oh my goodness.
So what are we looking at right here?
Okay, so this is the first one, right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's the first one, and then to the left, you'll see the laser gets a little bit brighter, and it's fog machine. I'm aiming it and I'm shooting it at the laser. It's basically it's a little USB fan that I cut open, and I mounted a mirror, a little tiny mirror on it on an angle, and then you shoot the laser at it, and as it's spinning, it'll create this like cone effect. So if you, on this first one towards the left there, you can kind of see there's something that looks like a pair of eyes, a pair of nose, looks like an ear, some hair, and then looks like there's like a collar. So there's a couple other photos. It's the same photo, but it's, I think, just more zoomed in. That's why I put it out there. This is what I see, and other people are like, holy shit, and then other people's like, I don't see anything. And then if you look to the right of the smoke, you'll see another person, like figure out there that's not anywhere near the smoke. That's one of our guests that was there, because this was
okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
bro,
that one is one of our guests. That one is our guest. Yeah, no, this is the smoke thing here.
Okay. This one.
you're like the paranormal investigating MacGyver.
It should be like the same. I think it's the same photo. I think you just.
Oh, I see the face now. I see it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now that it's, I guess, backed up a little bit, I see exactly what you're talking.
Yeah. So that's like the neck. It looks like the neckline.
That's the neck. Go up to the mouth.
Yeah, you see the mouth, you see the nose, you see the two eyes, and you see the hairline around the ear. It's like if the hair is like being put out.
Yeah, the face. Yep.
And imagine this is literally standing back with my camera, and I'm just snapping. I must have taken like 1,500 pictures, and this is the only picture that caught anything. I did the same thing at the Gilchrist jail. Didn't get anything on it. And again, I leave it for people to determine. This is what I see. Is it paranormal? I don't know. Could be. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just my brain interpreting something. But this is what I see, and now people you guys are starting to see it too. So I don't know.
I like the wild Herstoриan. What I see is a dragon holding a lightsaber. That's pretty funny.
I see
it looks like Michael Myers.
Can you pass whatever you got smoking there? I would like to see that.
Dragon holding a light.
I see other shapes and figures and faces too.
Yeah, I see like this right here. It's got two eyes, a nose.
Yes, that
eyebrows.
too.
Or
Yep.
Well, yeah. At first, it looked like an upside down head, but once you did that, where you pulled it up on Instagram, I could see it further away. It like popped. I could see it perfectly. The face. Yeah,
it's easier. I don't know why. It's easier to see it on the picture that's further back than the up close one. But yeah, I mean it's like one of
those 3D image posters where you have to like cross your eyes and then pull back.
What is Mallrats? It's a schooner.
Yeah, it's a schooner.
What'd you say?
A sailboat
Erica?
Is a schooner.
Yeah. You idiot.
Erica says you guys got to do a high investigation.
Hey, Erica, newsflash.
Been there, done that.
It's up to you to figure out which one it was.
Yep.
Which ones it was.
Which ones it is.
It looks like Bart Simpson is screaming. That's funny.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah.
That is hilarious how it clicked like that. Where he pulled it up on Instagram, and I was like looking for like the second it popped up, I was like, oh, there's a face.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like I was sitting down watching TV, and I'm just swiping, and I'm swiping. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I start sending it out, and they're like, you're an idiot. And then other people are like, holy shit, there's a face there. And I'm like, okay, I'm not fucking crazy. So yeah, I mean, I am a little crazy, but that's a whole different thing altogether.
Well, I mean, we sit in dark areas and talk to
the air.
Yeah, we talk to the air in the dark, so you gotta be some kind of crazy to do that.
Like, can you touch me? Is there anyone here? Do you
Yes, you're asking for somebody you
wanna-
can't see to touch you.
You want to touch me?
You want to touch me, or
Well, I always say, hey, you can touch me if you like. I understand if you don't want.
I like to volunteer others to be touched personally.
Yeah,
Yes,
he does. He
yes,
does. He like. Well,
he does.
no, that's not true.
no,
he
to be
volunteers.
pushed downstairs.
Oh,
He
Beans.
wants to be
What I've
pushed
heard.
downstairs.
I'm down to be
off
pushed.
of balconies. Like we went to. Have you ever been to Ashley's?
No. I want to go there. You know, even just to go grab a beer and hang out. At least have an excuse to just stick around that place for a bit.
Well, there's an upstairs and there's a railing that goes around, and like you look down at the bar, and he's just sitting on the edge of the railing, and I walk by, hear him over there. Yeah, you can push me. So I try to get spirits to push him off the balcony. I'm like, yeah, I don't think you'd survive that. And he's like, nah, I'll be fine.
I would have been asking, hey, can I go into the women's bathroom that supposedly had something going on in there? I'd be like,
Yeah.
Hey, can I have 5 minutes? Can you just, or I'll have my wife's stand card.
I was gonna
She's
say,
my-
You can go ahead.
hang out in the ladies' room, right?
Yeah. Walk out going, excuse me.
Unless it's in the middle of the day.
Yeah, maybe frowned upon.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing it in the middle of the day.
No, I identify as a ghost hunter.
Best comment of the night.
Oh,
Sorry,
Erica.
guys.
Sorry. Oh, you don't need to apologize. All these people in here are savages.
All right, good. My kind of people.
Just bring Dan with you. He would love to help out with your dream of being pushed. Erica, I feel like you don't have my back right now.
I know, Erica usually has your back, buddy. Wow.
I think Brian just said Packers are better than Bugfoot.
Whoa, Brian.
Brian,
Ryan, I found you a
what's going on
perfect,
here, buddy?
perfect
I think he's
meme.
messing with Michael on this one.
Yeah, we keep saying Bugfoot, and like everybody's saying Bugfoot in here. I don't think you have any idea what that means, do you?
No.
You might
Okay.
want to share that little.
Okay, because now you're probably thinking like,
Gotcha.
God, these people are stupid.
What is it?
Okay. Bugfoot? You mean Bigfoot? So there's a guy that commented on one of our videos, and he was going off about how no such things as ghosts and stuff. But the guy had the absolute worst grammar. He couldn't spell. It was all just one run. I just sent it to him to have it pop up. We're gonna do the old Bugfoot story again. And actually, this guy's comment was so legendary. I went and had it professionally printed, and I have it framed on my wall in here in my studio. This is my favorite. There's not such things as ghosts. It's a money-making racket for TV. It's a myth, M-I-T-H. Like Bugfoot, what a load of rubbish. It's a con trick. What gets me is you lot get for nothing. It's clever with camera and other rubbish. Apologies for being so outspoken, but it's true. People who burr Keeve in ghosts want to get a life. I don't know. We've offered this guy to come on the live stream, but he won't.
No, they never do. They never
Colin
do.
White, hold on. Hold up. Hold on. We got to hit him with the Colin White.
That misspelling.
Be thy name.
That misspelling took on a life of its own.
Oh my God, I spelled it crazy wrong. Yeah, everyone.
It's catching on.
Like everyone, are the people that watch our stuff. They have deemed themselves Foot Crew.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what the whole Bugfoot thing is
I
about.
love it.
Yeah, we're not sure if he's just couldn't spell or if he was so angry over it that he was just typoing or something. I don't know.
Cross the line paranormal. It made my head hurt.
This
Me
is
too,
actually
buddy.
like this right here. This Burkeeve, he actually
Burkeeve.
spells because he came back on and he made some more comments, but he actually spells believe Burley. kind of weird how he's.
Yeah, he did. Burleave, yeah.
Is he from across the pond, or
he is from across the pond? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
No, he's from England. Yeah.
Michael,
Yeah.
he's. I mean, you don't spell it Burleave, do you?
Burleave.
Burleave.
Yeah. Yeah, Michael Bell over here. He's from Northern England, and he apologizes for you know Really Haunted Lee from Really Haunted. I imagine you've heard of him, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of.
Oh
them.
yeah.
But that's how we
Michael
got Bugfoot
apologizes.
Crew.
Yeah, that is the lore of Bugfoot Crew.
Yes, Brian.
Yep.
That is awesome.
And it kind of just we went with it, and it just kept escalating.
he can't get a ghost to touch him. Neither can I, dude. I ain't gonna leave it. Oh, we used to have this was featured on a segment we do on the live stream called A Minute of Hate. Like 1984, 2 minutes of hate, but it was a minute of hate because it was just me reading off the hate comments we would get. But we don't get hate comments anymore, and I don't know why.
That's it. Magically, how it's all fucking done after that.
Oh, I think because everyone realizes that it doesn't bother me, it makes me laugh.
And we make fun of it.
Brian, it was funny when we were reading these because this is not, like you said, his only comment.
Colin White, praise be thy name.
That's
Yeah,
why
sometimes-
for a while I had like an open invitation to people who were like, they would come on the radio show and they're like, oh, this is bullshit, this is whatever, and I was like, well, send me your contact information and come out with us, come out, we'll take you on a real investigation. I'm not going to take you to an event with gas and all that. We're going to take you on a private investigation, just you and a couple of us, and then you be the judge. If you still stick by the same way, then cool, it's all good. But
Nothing. Got nothing from anybody.
never once. Everybody was like, "God, really? You're gonna do that?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, what? Are we bullshitting here? No. So let them come on out. Let them see what we're getting. Yeah. Nobody ever took.
Well, of course they didn't. I'd go on an investigation with you. Sounds fun. Of course, I'm in it to win it. So I'm so sad that we don't get hate comments anymore, man.
I'm sure
That's my favorite segment.
somebody can work on something for you. Just hang in there. It will.
I mean, at one point we had 22 people in here, so like maybe one of them hated us so much they're going to leave a hate comment. Woo! We could be featured next week.
We're gonna have to check the comments that are held too. Sometimes YouTube will do that.
Apex,
Take me ghost.
Take me ghost hunting, Joe.
Let's do it, Tyler. No regrets.
No regrets at all.
Oh, JPEX. I didn't see it. Just got in here.
I don't know. It might have been a lurker.
Did he type "ghost get a life"?
I don't know what he means, Brian. People who believe in Burkeeve. Oh my God, his comment has melted my brain. Burkeeve and ghosts want to get a life. I think he meant to say need to get a life.
Need to, probably, yeah.
But he wrote want to get a life.
That's why I said I don't know if he was just so. He was just.
It was just fury. It was fury typing.
Yes. It just
it was a
totally
pure
messed it up.
rage. I can't even, I think it was one of our Country Place videos he commented that on. It's like, come on, man. He's just mad because he would have been in a place like Country Place. There's a place in our town that's it's old. It used to be an asylum, and then they turned it into, before it shut down, it was an old folks home.
Okay.
And we've done probably 3, maybe 4 investigations there.
Oh, Kindred.
And
I'm
it's
sorry.
the weirdest place.
Read the sentence. It's hilarious.
Oh,
Worse than this.
Colin White, is that you?
Gost real, as in if you breathe in Goss, you in
No, that would you could say that as ghost. The H is silent.
That is perfect.
That is
Yeah, that's
hilarious.
good old Colin White.
Good job.
Colin White took over Kindred's keyboard.
He starts popping up here in the comments. Fuck you guys.
Oh, dude, I wish I haven't
Fuck you guys. Fuck you.
He wants that so bad.
Oh man!
Unless you bring him on to like the live and he actually speaks that way, and then we have to really apologize to the guy and be like, listen,
Oh,
we
dude.
didn't understand. He's like, fuck you, we're sick of density.
I'm like, I'm so sorry, guys. We can't do Bugfoot Crew anymore. I isn't afraid of no goats. I'm not scared of. Well, no, goats are pretty rough, man. They'll run into you and stuff. They're mean.
That's awesome.
I don't know. I think goats would be funny. I don't know. Something about them.
So Dan says, bring him over to Green Oaks here in Dallas. What's that, Dan? What's
Bring
Green
Colin?
Oaks?
Oh. Maybe that's.
Well, I haven't heard anything from Colin in a while. I think, Michael Bell is he's a soccer hooligan. So I think he sorts people out
Okay.
for us on
Is that
behalf
what
of
it
us.
is?
Well, hey, we did a live stream. Okay, so Lee does the like if you cover anything of Lee, he'll hit you with a copyright claim, even if it is fair use. You know, it's transitional, it's fair use. Okay, he'll still hit you with one, and then he'll have his management company fight you to like the second where YouTube is like, well, it's off. It's you guys need to handle this. Take them to court. So we're just like, I'm not spending $5,000. Oh yeah, his management team, even if it's legally, he's got me fired up again. Even if it's legally fair use, which is what we do, we're doing commentary on top of his videos, which is covered by fair use, and he will still hit you with a copyright claim. You can counterclaim it, say no, this is legal, this is fair use, and they'll say nope. And then YouTube just kicks you off and say you handle it.
Let's also be fair in saying that we are very critical of Lee.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, because that's fucked up. I mean, some people also can't just take it, and I'm sure he tries to dish it out too with like all their bullshit. But when it comes to that's fucked up. I hate that shit.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
Brian.
as long as you're not just reposting our videos, if you're doing commentary and you're talking about how bad we suck, have fun.
Yeah, have at it.
Don't care. But if you repost it, I got a problem. You got to add your commentary on top of it. You got to change it in some way. That's the law. But yeah, he'll hit you. But funnily enough, we did a live stream a couple weeks ago where we positively covered his video, and we didn't get hit with a copyright claim.
No, you guys were past positive.
Oh, we were.
You were both on one side of one butt cheek and then the other butt cheek kissing on it.
Nope. We were on our knees in front.
Yes.
We were sharing the pole. We were being super nice.
Well, I didn't want to go that far.
And you know what? He didn't hit us with a copyright claim. What do you know?
And that's that. Yeah,
That's
I know.
why. That's why I brought up the very critical thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Double-edged sword.
Yep. What are you gonna do?
Now that I said ain't nobody gonna do that. I was gonna say now that I said that everyone's gonna make like clips of our stuff and be making fun of us and stuff, we're not popular, so nobody's gonna do that.
You say, bring it on. I want somebody to make fun of me.
Yeah, I welcome that stuff. It's like, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Brian,
I'm not
Do the
talking
best
about
you
you,
got.
Brian.
Brian, you need to go back and watch it. It's brilliant.
Yeah, watch that one where you were on vacation.
Oh yeah, it was like I was sick to my stomach by the time we were done. By the time they were done, let me put it that way. It was
What did
bad.
we can say?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Ouija board session.
I bet you YouTube did it. We're gonna have to check. I bet YouTube is holding her comment. How come
No.
we can't see it?
Oh no!
Yeah.
She said that we need to do a Ouija board session, reaching out to Colin. Definitely get a coherent message.
Oh.
You're thinking
Yeah, I'll
right
try
now.
to get him on
there it is.
EVP real quick.
Yeah, hit him with the EVP. I got a Ouija board in there. I think.
That's
Yeah, the
weird.
kiddo. I gave it to. This is okay. What do you think about the Ouija board?
I think it's a tool just like anything else that we use to make communication.
Okay,
I think it could be
I think it's a kid's
manipulated.
toy.
Okay, yeah, sure. Why not?
We've done a video where I don't know, we probably screwed it up, but either way, I bought a Ouija board just for that sole purpose of doing that, and then I gave it to my daughter. Now it's hers to summon demons. Now, if she starts talking about Captain Howdy, we might have an issue.
It's a different story. Yeah.
Yeah.
What we did was we did a control experiment
Right.
in
Yeah.
in a place that we've investigated, and nothing happened. So.
Although one of the balls did go off, but that doesn't mean anything about the Ouija board. That just means that place is crazy.
Yeah. Well, we get cat balls going off a lot. And I did an
haven't had-
experiment on those cat balls too. So.
Yeah. Did you see now they have they're selling like little stands for them, like that you could set the ball on them. I mean, you know what I did was with mine was I got some sandpaper and I just sanded down a flat little end of it to sit it down, so I could be like, this ain't moving unless it's gonna move.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, unless it's being moved.
And I mean, I still get them to go off. It's like a REM pod. I haven't had a REM pod go off in I don't know how long. Like because I also just I don't know. I'm weird, and I believe that even though these are technology and inanimate object, we still develop like a bond with them. Like, you know, everybody on our team. We have, I think, 11 DR60s on our team. Nobody could get an EVP on a 225 except for me.
What
don't
was
do
the thing, Richard, that you set off in that one room in the St. Augustine house?
The Paralyte.
Paralyte.
Paralyte. Me too.
What was it, Jack?
Jack. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. He farted in this room, and then right when he farted, the Paralyte went nuts.
I asked
Like,
for permission.
Almost.
I asked
Yeah,
for
he asked if he
permission.
could fart. If it blinked, if it goes off twice, can I fart? And then it did it, so he farted, and the Paralyte like peaked almost to red and stuff. Like it was going nuts, and
That was hilarious.
yeah, that was interesting.
So I speaking of fart, so I went out on Saturday with a couple of my teammates to it's the former site of the Broward Women's Correctional. It's basically just an empty field at this point. But we've been there before. We've watched shadow figures there crossing the road. Really good EVPs, and you know we're going in. And I was like, okay. We've gotten shadow figures in this direction. I'm going to leave my thermal just going. It's a monocular, so it's made for long range. And one of our teammates is like, "Man, that's really sensitive, huh?" It's like, "Yeah, it's really sensitive." Like, so do you think if you fart in front of it, it'll pick up the smoke? And I was like, "Huh, I don't know." So I started thinking about it. They left. They started going around, and I decided I'm gonna test it. I haven't watched it back yet, so I'm curious. But I know that either way, I'm gonna laugh a whole lot when I'm watching myself just bending over in thermal, white hot. Just you know.
Science.
Science. It's all in the name of
I was like, hey,
That's exactly it.
man.
It's science.
Well, once he planted that seed, will it show with a fart? And you were like, yeah, you know, the second he said, "Oh, her."
This was a she. She was like, "Do you think
the second
fart?" I was like, "You know, that's a good fucking question."
Yeah. Hey, let's science this definitely.
Hold on, Brian just said roll the footage because it never happened.
What footage?
The St. Augustine house. Yeah.
Which
Really?
footage?
Oh, Kindred wants to know
What footage, Brian?
Oh wait.
Or is he
the
talking
St. Augustine
about?
part.
Oh, I thought he was talking about them saying that he said he was had a bug foot. Well, Regan said he had a bug foot.
Oh yeah, you're probably right. I mean, I don't care what you're into, Brian.
But Kendra might be talking about the.
He might be
St. Augustine.
All right, he might be talking about the fart. Oh well, he might be talking about the Joe's fart. Yeah, the fart showing up. Yeah. You need to review that footage, dude.
I need to review it.
The fart has to show up.
And that's another thing too. That's like the great thing about not worrying about doing videos anymore, because now it's just like I send it to everybody, and then I take my sweet ass time reviewing my own stuff. And you know, because again, like my stuff now is for me. I was like, you guys want to make a video? Have it. Go for it. You know, let me know if I fart. Let me know if the fart comes out. I'm because they don't know that I did that, so I'm curious to see. I sent them all.
Dude.
Let them view it.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be the surprise of a lifetime.
Yeah, so we have and none of and I've been looking at the chats. None of them are on the chat right now, so I know that they're not watching. They have no idea. So
perfect.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see who gets it first. I mean, I'm gonna try to find it this weekend. I'm gonna have some time because I just finished recording last night, so. I'm going to take a day or two off before I start writing all over again. And I'm going to sit down and start reviewing some of that footage, like probably tomorrow or Friday. And I hope that it's going to be great either way, in my opinion. It's just because it's like we're literally standing like right behind the camera, and you hear it, like it picks us up talking. So it's literally it's like man, that thing's really crazy. So do you think like if you fart in front of it, it's gonna come out, like you'll see like the poof? And I'm like, that's a really cool question. I don't know. And then like they kept, like we were just talking for like 5 minutes, and they kept walking, and I stood back. Oh, because I was grabbing my equipment. I think my batteries had died on like something. And I was like, all right, let me redo my batteries. And as I'm walking back to go meet with them, I decide, I'm by myself. One of those and hit it, and I keep walking. So whoever watches that first, I cannot wait. I cannot wait because I know they haven't seen it yet because I would have heard it by now.
Oh, I guarantee it.
I have. Okay, all I've gotten so far is they've started watching some of it because I have gotten like messages about like how there are certain anatomical hotspots coming out on the video from us walking out in this hot ass Florida light. So I'm sure one of them soon is going to stumble upon that because it's not too much longer after that.
Very good. I'm excited to hear.
Yes.
Well, because I know what I go through his footage. Like if we do a separation thing, and I'm sitting there going through his footage. And I'm seriously, I'm hitting that clip, the cut button to cut out all these farts that he's doing because this dude's just ripping them nonstop.
Yeah,
you gotta go.
Yeah, if you're by yourself, like screw it. There's I don't know how much footage there is of me like we're outside somewhere, people are somewhere else. I'm doing a solo, and I'm just like, and then you just see me on camera just taking a leak off the side. You know, and then like my REM pod's going off behind me, and it's just like, oh shit, you know.
Eddie, I wouldn't cut out any of them. I'd leave, or it's just that many.
If you heard some of these, Jesus,
it sounds demonic. I'm sure at some point.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
That's why I don't eat medicine before investigating anymore.
Oh my God, no. I don't even eat before investigations anymore. I'm done. We tried to make it like a thing. Oh, let's go grab a bite. But with us, it's we go grab a bite, and then that also becomes let's have a couple beers, and then the ghost whistle comes out at one point in the investigation, and then now you're really seeing ghosts out there, and and then you're like sweating, and you're just like, God damn, there's no bathroom out here. I got no paper. I wait. I've learned to drink water on an investigation, water only, and then Taco Bell to destroy my body after.
To destroy my body.
Yes,
correct. Yeah, I mean, we used to do that. We've done that a few times where we would, like, if we're leaving town for a while, we'll stop by like a Denny's or something and eat like a big old meal. That was a mistake when we did the lighthouse. I was so sluggish and I'm super out of shape. I made it up halfway the lighthouse tower. Dude, I was so full of food. I ate a burger with an egg on it. It was awesome. Yeah. With a bunch of fries. Oh, dude, I was so weighed down. And then, like a moron, I sprained my ankle. But yeah, I sprained my ankle at the St. Augustine Lighthouse.
But he saved the camera.
I did not drop my camera. I felt the irony of this is I think the week before that we watched a video where this guy like falls and his camera just explodes on the ground, and I said, I would treat the camera like a beer. I would never drop the camera.
No.
And then a week later, I'm sitting there spraining my ankle. I fell like an idiot. I fell, but that camera never hit the ground.
Saved it. Got it.
I did. Yep. And then, of course, I start laughing because, there was a person who saw me fall.
Oh, my God. And how far up the lighthouse were you at this point?
Oh, I didn't fall at that point.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't. Okay. I didn't go up. No, I didn't fall down the stairs.
He had just come back down.
I just came back down.
Okay, that landing like area, like it. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I was walking down the sidewalk.
I thought you were like up. I was like, oh my God.
That would have been bad. That would have been bad.
They would have had to call. I would have hit the ground, and I would have just laid there, and I'd have been like, you guys need to call a fire truck to get them to carry me out of here because I'm too scared to move.
Yeah, no. Bring a rope, bring something, tie me up, strap me down.
That's priorities, correct, Brian. I ain't breaking my camera. These cameras are too expensive to be breaking.
At least with St. Augustine Lighthouse, it's like wide enough, that it's not too bad. Like climbing up. I mean, we've been to a couple of these lighthouses, Key West and Jupiter, and it's you're squished like this, and God forbid anybody else is coming the opposite way. No. And then I'm also like afraid of heights. So one of my fears is literally tumbling down the lighthouse steps. I love it. And once I'm up there, it's like, feels amazing. It feels awesome, but it's that climb. And then like, let me look over. Nope. And that was a big fucking mistake. No.
I'm not scared of heights. Heights don't bother me. I just always feel like whatever's in my hands, I'm going to drop it.
Right.
I don't know why. And that's why I get real nervous about dropping stuff. I'm not scared for me. I'm scared of like my pockets. I'm afraid something's going to be hanging out of my pocket. It's going to fall and I'm going to lose it forever. That's what freaks me out about heights. But me, I don't care. I'll jump. Who cares?
So reviewing the footage when I went over the edge with the camera, it was cool.
Yeah, I didn't care. Oh no, I was kind of like, the brown eye kind of clenched a little bit because I was like, don't break.
Don't drop it.
Yeah, good times. So you did wait? Have you done the? Yeah, you have because you said it's wide enough to.
Well, yeah, I mean, I haven't done it as like to investigate it. I went with my wife to go tour it, but it's I treat my recorders like an Amex card. Never leave home without it. Yeah, especially if I'm going out of town. I have like my bags, like my suitcase, my computer bag, all that stuff, and then I have my go bag. With I'll have I'll have some my recorders and a millimeter or something like that, and then I have another little camera that I my body cam. I'll throw my body cam so I could just slap it on and hit it. But we went in there, and again, it was like the height of COVID, so there was like nobody. It was awesome. So I literally had that place to myself, like the keeper's quarters. I was in that house on like the main floor, because you go up the stairs and it's like the main floor before you go down the spiral staircase. I had that place for like 30 minutes before anybody walked into that place. Like, it was awesome. It was fantastic. I didn't get shit, but it was really cool.
But it was still awesome.
It was still awesome. Like, it's, who has these places like that to themselves? We had this. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Oh, I was saying we do an event in South Miami at this place called the Deering Estate. It's supposed to be the most haunted house in Miami, and we do a program for students that do a forensics class, and we went one night. It was just Eric and myself running it. It was 80 kids. And we were supposed to be with each group, but I didn't get the memo, I guess. I just thought that I was supposed to be at my station, which was in this one house. And this was the first place I ever investigated, like ever, back in 2009. And it had been like on my bucket list. I was like, this is a place that I would love to like come back in the future and investigate. And now I'm on this team, and I'm here, and I'm investigating this place, and I'm doing my thing with all the kids, and then they leave. And I was in that house for 45 minutes by myself, and it was like the best. Like, it was. I was running back and forth because I kept seeing. I would be in one room, look down the hall, and then I would see something go, and I would haul ass, go to that direction. Look around, nothing. I'd turn around, and right where I was, it would be there. Shoot right across. And I was doing that for a good like 15, 20 minutes. Had devices go off. I don't know. I got a bunch of EVPs, and I was happy as hell. And then like the teachers show, or the people that run it from there, they're like, where were you? Like, where were you here? It's like, I didn't know I was supposed to go with you guys. And they're like, well, yeah, for next time you got to come with the group. And then the other lady that's like nice comes up. She's like, did you get anything? I was like, oh yeah, I got so much shit. It's fucking crazy. I'll email you later. And it's one of those things. Again, it's not like a big major place that you see on TV and you're like, dude, I need to go there. It's a bucket list place. Like, that's like, for me, like that's one of like those like special places. Like, those are like the bucket place, like list places. And to have that for myself like that, it was amazing. Like that was a really cool freaking experience.
Do they offer
we are so they are in the process of doing like a changing of the guard type of deal. So we are having fingers crossed for their new director, that we believe it's somebody that's actually paranormal friendly. The one who's running it right now kind of like tolerates it because of the school event, and we come through for them in a clutch. But that's what we do. Like, we don't make any money off of our events. Everything goes right back to the historic locations. We're pretty much just like volunteers. All that we ask for is like one night to get the team in there and investigate it, for a few hours. And as the count that I have, they owe us 2 nights for 2 years of coming through in a pinch, like last minute. Hey guys, can you come? And I mean, I live in Lake Worth in Palm Beach County, and this place is in South Miami. I mean, on a Wednesday, and the event's at 6 o'clock. It's a 2-hour drive against traffic for me to get down there. And it's like you can't like hook us up. Well, we can let you guys in on a Wednesday. It's like everybody works. Nobody lives anywhere near here. Like, come on,
we all have jobs, man.
Yeah, like what is it? What's the issue? The security guard? Like, we'll throw them $50. Like, here you go. Here's your couple hours. Like that you're gonna get paid. Like, we'll take care of it.
Oh.
But
All right, Michael Bell, you take it easy, good sir.
Hey, Michael. See you next week.
Thanks for coming out, buddy.
And remember, Saturday is new video coming out.
New video, bud. Actually, it's being uploaded to Patreon right now, so you guys, it's actually at 99%. So, woo!
But have a good night, Michael.
Dude, this video, it must be a really, really a large file because this video has been uploading since approximately 2 o'clock today.
Jesus.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you doing, my internet?
No, man. So you said they owe you for 2 days.
Yeah. They owe us. How we have it worked out. We did 3 events, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna give you one night, 4 hours for your team to come. And we've been trying to schedule it, and the issue has always been like during the week. And it's like we can't do it during the week. We have people all over the place. You know, we have teammates in Naples. We have teammates in Port St. Lucie. People are all over the place. So to come in the middle of the week, it's damn near impossible. That's why, when we do our events at Davies Schoolhouse, they're always on a Friday, and it's usually the same few people that do it because it's just tough for certain people to get there. The other ones are on a Saturday, so it's a lot easier. So if you can't make it, you know that there's going to be some coverage because people will come out for that. But like this place, it's a place everybody wants to get to, but it's like, they're screwing us, but I'm holding out. Because I really want to get in there just with the team, not doing like a show and tell thing, because with the kids, that's pretty much what it is. You're explaining the equipment, and then it's like, all right, now break off into groups, and then your team is going to have a K2, and you're going to use that and talk and this, and then you're just walking around seeing what they're doing. And it's cool because it's like you're teaching kids to ghost hunt and sharing that, and some of the kids are shitting their pants, and then other kids are like loving it. And the first time we did it was really weird. I don't know what was going on, but we had like 3 kids that had random nosebleeds in one building, and then one little girl that they had to actually call the event because she ended up passing out as she walked up to the house. This was all in the same night. 3 separate kids, and then the one girl passed out, and we had to just shut down, stop everything right at that point, and get them on the bus. So it's the place is active. It's an awesome place. Deering Estate, even if you go to just for a tour, a daytime thing, and go walk around the property, it's beautiful, and it's just an amazing place. It's right on the water too, so it's you look behind you and it's like the ocean. It's amazing. It's down in Cutler Bay.
Well, I think I found a solution to your problem. You guys take one day, we'll take the other.
Let's do it.
There you go. That's problem solved.
You're such a nice guy.
we just got to do the paper, rock, scissors to decide who gets what day.
I'll take Wednesday. Here, I'll go to work the next day really tired. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
That's why we invented Red Bull. Yeah, man. So yeah, I've had a blast.
Me too.
Mr. Joe.
Me too.
Yeah. Fun.
I'm so glad you came on. It was really
I'm so glad we got our internet situation. Cheese and crackers, dude. It took a half hour to get our internet situation sorted.
Yeah, that was bad.
I went through it last night. I host where I do the podcast. It's online. It's on Soundtrap, so it's all online. And I'm like, okay, I need to record this damn episode. I have a release date for tomorrow. I got to get everything edited, ready to go. And my internet took a shit for a good hour. I didn't finish everything until about 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, knocked out for a couple hours, woke up at 7 and was at work all day. So
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna crash hard tonight, and I cannot wait. It's gonna be glorious.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, and we hope you come back.
Absolutely.
Sometime.
I had a blast.
Yeah,
Thank you
it's
guys. Thank you guys so much for inviting me.
And we need to get together and I don't know, bang out a little investigation together. I'm just saying.
Let's do it. Let's do it, man. I'm let's honestly let's plan something out. Let's find something. You know, we're looking to take some trips up. I mean, have you guys been to the Hamilton jail?
No, I have not, but I do want to.
Yeah, that's another place that you guys should definitely look into. They always have dates available. Clay County is another one. And from what I've heard, they're very reasonable too with pricing.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's spots, you know, and hopefully soon, Lee gets everything sorted out with the Gilchrist jail, and we could get that going. And
I love the Gilchrist
and
jail.
really have a party there, because that's going to be really cool to get, you know, especially when we do the Paraunity thing, to get everybody together and everybody hang out like that. It's really cool, especially we get to all bullshit together, have a good time, have a couple drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get wasted.
That's what's up.
Make a moron out of myself.
Eddie, don't get too wasted, please.
Don't do it.
Get
halfway wasted. I'll just get wasted.
Meet me halfway.
Yeah, do it. You do one half and Joe can do the other half. That
There
way.
you go.
Yeah.
Hey, there's literally a bar right across the street. I think it's Steve Kindred. Steve works there at the bar right there. So
Nice.
Yeah, so I think I know someone who could hook us up.
Oh snap! You guys got Guinness?
There you go.
All I drink. That's all I drink. Yeah, Kindred, we are 100%. We heard about it like whenever I was told about it, and yeah, absolutely. I was like, cool, going.
Oh, thank you, Rican.
Yeah, Rican got herself a little Joe crush.
Yes, that's right, Lola. Halfway. I think that's a good way to do it. Believe me, trust me, I know. I've seen Eddie.
Oh, I'm the most obnoxious drunk in the world. I'm not a mean drunk, so don't worry. I'm just really obnoxious.
No, I just laugh a lot and just start saying just obscene shit. You know, that's
nothing wrong with that.
Never mean, but it's at this point it's just like no filter, and it's just the words just start coming like butter. And
well, I think we had a little filter going on since this was your first time on here, but we usually don't have a filter, so
yeah.
Well, that's fine. Next time it's going to be all the fucks and shits and acid and all the fun stuff flying, and we're going to have a blast. So I'm looking forward to it already. That's the other thing with like the radio show, like with the War Party radio show. It's like it's on a network, so from 9 to 10. I have to be like, and if we go after 10 o'clock, then it's just on YouTube, and then I just unleash hell. It's like what is Gladiator? Like unleash hell. It's just like, just bitch and ass core, fucking, and then these guys are looking at me like, but that's just me. You know, so. I don't know. I have fun. I enjoy it, and so honestly, thank you guys. This was awesome. This was a blast.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Yes, that was definitely a good time.
But do you want to stay for the memes, or are you ready to leave now?
Oh, there's more. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
we end on the memes. Drop a couple memes.
Memes of the stream. Oh, it's actually all right. Everyone, get your womp cannons loaded.
Yep.
And if you're wondering what wampa means, you know what a womp means. It means womp womp, like they suck. So the memes are terrible. People hit us with the womp cannons.
And usually they are terrible.
Oh, absolutely.
Brian's already womped.
He's already womped it. I threw an example womp out there.
Oh, this is for Brian especially.
Oh yeah. Brian, is that what the problem is? Is that why you're not a Bugfoot?
That's why Bigfoot hides from us.
I'm not even sure what's going on. Is that for like mosquitoes or something?
Not sure. Some kind of protection of some sort.
Something smells like that was a womp.
That's the most elaborate beekeeper's costume I've ever seen.
What a nerd.
I don't know. Womp it, guys.
I like how the guy behind him was like looking. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
That's exactly what his face says, and I can't see that well, and I can tell that's what it says.
How you not laugh? All right. Yep. Kindred
Oh,
whomped it.
Kendra whomped it.
My
Yeah.
feelings are hurt. My feelings are hurt.
Oh, you'll be all right. Brian whomped it twice.
Womp.
Regan laid out a massive womp.
Oh, there you go, Rican. Hey.
Eric is throwing the tomatoes. All right,
Tomatoes.
move on. Move
Right.
on before we get in trouble.
It's getting
Fozzie
violent
Bear
in here.
throwing tomatoes.
Yeah, there.
That's a good meme. I like that one.
I like that. Now that's art.
Okay, that's
Dude,
kinda funny.
you know a meth head did that.
Oh my god, my dog just scared the shit out of me. Oh my god.
Oh my.
That is awesome.
That's a good one, yeah. Yeah, right. This guy's lying. He's the one who did it.
Yep.
Didn't see any womps on it.
Nah, that's not gonna get any womps. That one's dope.
So you might want to move to the next before
Let's keep it
does start
going.
Womping.
Joe
All right, I got-
is tired.
We got two more.
Oh, Brian said not a womp.
Nice. I mean, everyone's scared of Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was just like, give me a look.
just a little kiss.
you're
Just a
hearing it in
little
his
bit,
voice.
You know,
I love you, Annabelle. Give me, why don't you give big old Mike a big old kiss?
Rican's, oh Lord.
yeah, I'd be a little scared too. Mike Tyson's a scary dude. He's just a kiss.
A little kiss.
Just a kiss. Give a kiss for the champ.
My bite here.
All right.
That's a dangerous mixture. That's
Too close to the ear.
extremely
Exactly. Close to the
too
ear.
close to the ear. That is true.
So you almost feel bad for Annabelle.
I do. I'm feeling a little. Yeah, I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
Her eyes are giving me the save me eyes at this point.
Yes, they are.
All right. Last but not least.
True.
Respect.
Respect.
Yep. It's a good one.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you got the mystery machine and the Winchesters, you know. Yeah.
Yep.
Shit's
got real.
about to go down in this fucking building over here.
It definitely got real.
It's a row.
Row.
Oh my.
Zoink, Scoob. Well, heck yeah.
Oh my.
I'm stoked. This was a good show. I'm glad you came on, Joe.
Yes, so am I. Definitely.
I had an awesome time. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, man. All right, everyone.
Thank you.
Y'all take it easy. Can't womp that. I know,
I
right?
want that.
I know. That one's good.
I'm going to hit everyone with a Bugfoot crew, especially Brian. And then we're going to hit everyone with a Colin White. Praise be thy name, because I wrote calling White again. I don't know why I always hit the G. Probably because I am stupid.
Good
night, everyone.
Like Colin.
Everyone,
Good night, everyone.
have a good one.
We'll
Joe,
see.
once again,
Good
thanks
night,
for
guys.
showing up.
We'll see y'all next week.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, new video.